my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. I see the world through eyes covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption. Breathe faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out. Be carefree lately, yeah. Just picking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my pockets. Count 'em like the four-leaf clovers in my locket. Untied laces, yeah. Just tripping on daydreams. Got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep.
Sziasztok, szép jó estét kívánok mindenkinek, és üdv néktek a 40. részben, végigjátszásunk 40. részében, és a mai program, hogy befejezzük Inazuma Arkon questjét, illetve ha belefér az időbe, mivel nem tudom mennyi van hátra, de ha belefér az időbe, akkor megcsináljuk az egyik új story questet is, mivel mind a kettő követelmény lesz, hogy lejussunk a kezembe. Vagyis a bányába.
Followed me here? You've got guts, I'll give you that. Since you are a witness, I suppose I can shield you from arrest. At least until I have received an explanation from Takayuki. But if it turns out that you have been deceptive in this matter, then not only will you be arrested immediately, but you'll also be charged with one more crime. Do I make myself clear?
Megértettem. De gyorsan szaladsz. Na, lássuk ezt a konfrontációt.
Apologies, ma'am. Orders from the top. No one is allowed to enter.
Really?
Out of my way! I need to speak to him. I won't tell you twice. Flash!
Na. Oké.
Attack! That's the way. This one
Withdraw.
Who goes there? Soldiers!
There, I guess.
Ha így akartak játszani, akkor így játszom.
Watch out!
Withdraw.
Coming at you!
Teach me a lesson.
Mutasd, mit tudsz.
Coming at you!
Don't hold back.
This one's got your name on it! Ha. Watch out! Hiya! Ha-ha!
Battle formation!
Jó, így
Rover
nyomod.
send-off! Come, Destino! Umbrella warfare, I guess! Watch out!
Quick!
Mit mutogatsz?
Show me what you've got.
Lassú voltam.
Watch out!
Na, még valaki?
Stop! Sarah, have you gone insane? How dare you disregard my orders?
Master,
Go on, ask him! Don't let him intimidate you!
Master Takayuki, I've seen the report to the throne and the letter to the Fatui. Please, tell me why.
So this is how my documents went missing from headquarters. You stole them.
Should I take your words to mean that these documents were not forgeries? They were really penned by your own hand. Please tell me, Master. I need to know. Has the Tenryou Commission really betrayed the shogunate?
Yes, I have dealings with the Fatui, and yes, the report you saw was penned by my hand.
He just came right out and admitted it!
The diplomats from Snezhnaya promised a very generous reward indeed, and all they requested of me in return was to see that the Vision Hunt decree is upheld. For too long, the Kujo clan's position has been coveted by so many. There is no shortage of clans who would tear us down at the first opportunity. So, when the chance arose to gain the backing of another powerful nation and crack down on our enemies at the same time, it appeared to me to be an excellent deal. I simply saw no need to inform you, Sarah.
But you worship the Shogun. How can you betray her after all this time and act like it's nothing?
Betrayal? How can you call this a betrayal? The Fatui may think they are using me, but the reverse is true. What could they possibly hope to achieve?
Hát, azt már meg is
When
kapták.
the lightning strikes in
Miért
Inazuma,
jöttek?
they shall fall to their knees and tremble, paralyzed by fear and trepidation. After all, none can contend with the supreme power of the almighty Raiden Shogun and the Muso no Hitotachi.
Szóval nem is az volt a célod, hogy eláruld a Raiden Shogunt.
Yeah! He doesn't worship the Raiden Shogun herself, but her power as a warrior. Especially the Muso no Hitotachi. In fact, he seems to be way too into it.
But Master, what about loyalty? Ever since I was adopted by the Kujo clan, you taught me the importance of loyalty from servants to their superiors. But it's clear to me now that you wanted my loyalties to stop with the Kujo clan. So you were scared that I would betray you one day? You hypocrite! Preaching about virtue just to mask your own wretched selfishness!
Selfishness? I am but safeguarding the eternity of the Kujo clan. I'm quite sure the almighty Shogun would be sympathetic to
Szia,
that,
Exa.
as would the former head of our clan.
Hate to say it, but his ego is getting in the way. If he thinks the Kujo clan is a match for the Fatui, Paimon thinks he's in for a nasty surprise.
Nincs értelme tovább vitatkozni vele.
I've doubted the Vision Hunt decree in the past. I asked myself, is this truly the correct thing to do? even though it goes against what I know in my heart to be right. But I chose to obey the Shogun. For as long as she leads the way, who among us is qualified to judge between right and wrong when we have not yet reached the end of the path? But now I realize that the path of eternity is one without end, while this path, it has long since been defiled by your selfish ways. So I'm going to tell the Shogun the truth about all this. If nothing else, my conscience will be clear.
Stubborn and futile.
Támogatom.
Report to the Shogun if you so wish. The Kujo clan's position is now unshakable, and nothing you can do will change this. The Shogun is at Tenshukaku receiving a Snezhnayan diplomat. A harbinger by the name of Signora.
Signora!
Behind all this? Not her again. Way back in Rito, Lady Hiragi said something about the Kanjo Commissioner meeting with an arrogant-sounding woman. We should have known.
Yeah.
A diplomat from Snezhnaya. Well, if she thinks she's leaving Inazuma in one piece, she's got another thing coming.
Sara stormed off. Do you think she's gonna go barge into Tenshukaku right now?
Bárhogy is alakul, nekünk rendeznünk kell vele a számlánkat. Mármint Signorába.
Alright then, let's do this.
Let's do this. Láda? Oké, azt valahogy gondoltam, hogy nem tudom itt folytatni a küldetést. Ha máshova kell menni. Oké. Akkor menjünk, beszélgessünk Signorával. De magasra kell menni. Hello? Sara gondolom végig átrajtuk. Hello? Mindenki milyen fáradtan pihen. Biztos most van a délutáni pihenő. Mi a haver? Hát nem tudlak megkérdezni. Akkor let's go! Ott is van. Mind a kettő? Hol van Sara? Nincs több kérdésem. Kiszúrtam.
The way people charge in here as they please. So uncivilized.
Na te
If I
csak
didn't
ne
know this was
beszéljenek tőle.
Tenshukaku, I might have mistaken it for some kind of street market. Have you learned your lesson now?
Oh no! What has she done to Kujo Sara?
The right to punish Inazumans for their crimes is mine alone. Not yours, Signora.
Then I apologize, Almighty Shogun.
Signora!
I know, you can't get me out of your mind. But you really don't
Soha
need
nem
to
lesz
call
belőle
my
játszható
name all the
karakter, pedig
time.
sokan még mindig álmodoznak róla, hogy egyszer bekerül.
Don't go thinking I'm surprised to see you here. I'm well aware that you hate me, with the way you follow me around like a dark shadow.
Titokban delusion-öket osztogatsz.
So you came to expose my crimes in front of the Shogun? I'm just a Snezhnayan diplomat. I'm afraid I have no idea what you're talking about.
She doesn't take us seriously at all.
Mindenki, aki miattad elvesztette a bizonyét.
Stop talking about people and things that I care nothing about. They were nobodies to begin with, and their names will be forgotten. But now, at least, they get to be building blocks in the grand revolution to realize eternity. Is that not the greatest honor they could hope for in their tiny little lives? Almighty Shogun, do correct me if I'm wrong.
Ahogy mondod, Bentig
That's
Gnosiszáért.
ancient history. You certainly love to hold a grudge. The Tsaritsa's dream is the noblest and purest thing in all the
Egyébként...
world.
Közhauk! Az ébresztőt is, meg a biteket is. Azt akartam mondani, hogy egyébként nem tudom pontosan mi a Carica terve, de amiket így összeraktam képkockákból, spoilerekből, hogy valamit akar a Celestiával, hogy valami bosszút akar állni, vagy nem tudom, még az is lehet, hogy egyet értenék vele, csak nem látjuk a teljes képet.
These other mundane details you insist on mentioning?
Na,
They're just necessary sacrifices.
Hauk.
That's all.
Olyan vagy. Itt az ideje, hogy megállítsalak.
Stop me.
Nem vagy messze Csajtól a
For what it's
ranglistán.
worth, I've grown tired of seeing you around as well. But I didn't have you down as someone quite so foolhardy. Before you go saying something you can't take back, remember that you're Inazuma's most wanted criminal. I suggest you consider your circumstances very carefully. Charging into Tenshukaku uninvited and lecturing me in front of the Shogun wasn't the brightest move. Don't you think it's time you stopped digging? I'm not sure you realize quite how much distance there is between us, both in status and in strength.
Tök jó karakter lehetne belőle. Beszéltem, bazd meg. De rég volt.
To a duel before the throne.
Proceed.
My, you're full of surprises today. So you've learned to make the law of the land work for you too. I'll admit that I never expected to be in a situation where the two of us were on equal footing. You are aware that the loser must die. Are you sure this is what you want?
Traveler!
No problem.
Then I will
Nem
deign
Signorától
to
félek,
share
hanem
this
Raidentől.
last dance with you. Till death do us part. A lesson on harbinger power and elegance? As you wish.
Már fázok, még el se kezdődött. Ha nem haragszol, Signora, én azért gyorsan kajálok valamit. Mondjuk egy ilyen jöhet. Egy ilyen... Csak hogy fogjon. Nem eszek ellened defense-t.
A proper send-off from the Spina with love. Stop that! Strike a pose!
Into the frozen void.
Well of war.
You've got some nerve laying your hands on me. Harbinger power has become burdensome. I will manifest my destiny anew. Await my emergence and tremble, traveler. You have reason to be afraid.
Hát jó, gondolom, ezt szét kell ütnöm.
May I present?
Mondjuk egy kicsit lehet, hogy időigényes lesz.
Everybody stand back! Let's look! Power that ended Hypno!
The pale flame smolders.
Ott a pillangó. Ja. Ezzel mit csinál? Ó. Oké. Látod, ezt nem néztem. Nem néztem körül ennyire. Megoldottuk volna pillangó nélkül, ha meg lehet. Tipikus Harbinger. Csak úgy váltogatja az elemeket. Oké.
Pale flame, lay waste to frozen shell and witness my suffering. In fires of sin and retribution, your soul will be incinerated. Immolation, a cherished agony. Do you feel it?
Name on it! A proper send-off! From
Dance,
Christina
my
with love.
pretties. Not every wound will heal.
Shower me with trick! And
With
punch
me?
out! This one's got
Oh,
your
fuck me.
name on it!
Későn reagáltam. De jó lesz így is. Scarlet túlölő.
So strong, but how?
Hát, a szabály, a szabály.
I am a Snezhnayan diplomat. You know what happens if you lay a finger on me. If you strike me, I will make sure.
De már nem
The
fog
Fatui
semmi
will make
biztos
sure that
lenni.
your precious Inazuma. Stop! I order you, and you, filthy rats, all of you!
Rip.
You are the enemy of eternity. But as the victor, I acknowledge your honor.
Most te hívsz
Therefore,
ki párbajra?
I shall allow you to leave Tenshukaku alive.
Nem, jó, oké.
The Raiden Shogun
Oh.
isn't gonna let us off just like that, right? Oh,
Jó, hát
feels suffocating.
ugye azóta haragszunk rá, hogy a Ventinek elvette a Gnóziszát. Attól még érdekes karakter volt.
She got what she deserved, but Paimon still can't help but feel upset. Why are they doing it? Why are the Harbingers collecting all the Gnosis?
Hát igen, ezt szeretném tudni, mi a pontos terv.
Got a headache? Chin up. Let's get out of this place. Paimon feels...
Ja.
Also, when the Shogun executed Signora with the Muso no Hitotachi, it was unbelievably powerful. It seems impossible to defend against. And if so, we've got no hope whatsoever of defeating her in combat.
Ugye az volt a terv, hogy kihívjuk őt is egy párbajra. Ja. Igazából pontosan most nem is tudom, hogy mi történik az artisztikus világ miatt. Egyáltalán tényleg elhagytuk a helyet, vagy mi a franc van? De eléggé horrorisztikus.
Paimon can barely breathe. Traveler, are you okay? You're so silent.
Jó hosszú séta. Paimonból meg csak ömlenek a kérdések.
Sounds like there's a lot of noise coming from outside Tenshikaku. Has a fight
Hát mindjárt
The guards
megtudjuk.
seem really nervous. Let's go see
Milyen
what the
őrök?
situation is, shall we?
Milyen őrök, Paimon? Mindenki fekszik még mindig. Szóval kijutottunk. És tényleg hagyta, hogy elhagyjuk élve a helyet. Az mondjuk durva.
There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow.
Ezért eresztette fel a barátja visionjét. Az komoly. Csak meg lesz a párbaj. Jó, ennyit azért tudtam spoilerekből, hogy meg kell küzdeni vele.
So, we meet again.
Na jó, most viszont be kell kajálni.
Indulge my curiosity. What is the reason that I find you standing here before me once again? Do you hope your foolhardiness will shelter those people? Or was it simply a means of seeking an audience with me?
Vision Handicree-nek létre se kellett volna jönnie.
Oh? Surely you didn't rouse me from my state of eternal meditation only to tell me this. If so, then you underestimate me. I am quite well informed about the Vision Hunt decree.
Mindenről tudsz, ami odakint történik?
Not so. Only everything that pertains to eternity. The Vision Hunt decree has my tacit approval. The Fatui's actions thus far do not constitute a threat to eternity. Otherwise, they would have been purged long ago.
De Inazumában élők viszont nagy árat fizetnek ezért.
Individual ambition is inherently incompatible with eternity. What you might not realize is that all too often, people have far more to lose by chasing their dreams. Consider this.
Kicsit önző vagy,
No
ezt ugye
one will
tudod.
lose their life on account of having their vision taken away.
Itt ez attól függ, milyen értelemben nézzük azt, hogy elveszíti az életét. Mert de persze nem hal meg, azért mert elvették a visionjét, de nem is lesz többé önmaga.
Rather, those who have lost their lives are the ones who insisted on pursuing their own aspirations, are they not? Traveler, your existence is unique in my eyes. There seems to be limitless uncertainty in you. To put it another way, you are the furthest thing from eternity. So, I won't insist that you comprehend the meaning of my actions. What matters is that I tread the path of eternity on my people's behalf.
Ezzel sem értek egyet. Az elméddel hoztad létre ezt a
That's
helyet?
right.
Vagyis a tudatoddal?
I'm surprised you understand it so well. Anyway, you're looking for a chance to shake my will, aren't you?
Nem azért vagyok itt, hogy vitatkozzak az ötleteiddel. Azért vagyok itt, hogy elpusztítsam őket.
So be it. Well then, you who would defy eternity, time for you to enlighten me.
Food.
Excessive.
Food. Azt nem kell, mert az még tart. Abból betolunk még egyet. Most viszont kérek... Lehet, hogy defense-el jobban járok, mint shield strength-tel. Bár... Legyen shield strength. Kérjük a Geo boostot.
Yearning leads to inevitable destruction. Evasion is futile.
Watch out! A proper send-down from Messina with love.
Nice. Elkapkodtam.
Back at ya! Umbrella warfare, I guess.
Lightning falls on the land of eternity.
Na, remek.
Haha!
Instabilities will be removed. Inferior.
És ha behoztam volna Travelert, akkor ő ugyanúgy tudná használni a skilljeit, jól tudom? De nem jutott eszembe bepakolni a csapatba. Jó. Csak eddiket.
Dear me, aren't you cutting it rather close?
Miko, this was your doing?
Now. Don't forget who taught you how to place your consciousness in objects. Surely you don't think your ambition alone is enough to shake A's will, do you? Though you alone are here, they too have ambitions, which they long since entrusted to you. Now then, close your eyes.
I hope we can abolish the Vision Hunt Decree.
Második forduló, oké, most viszont kajálunk. Van ilyen fos kajám ezeket. Nem kell kajálnom, szuper, jó. Azt benyomjuk újra, mert hamar lejár, és ez is hamar lejár. Ez is 5 perc, mi? Most teszünk egy ilyet.
Strike a pose!
Még ma?
Fire! Well, with rocks. This one's got your name on it!
All will be severed. This world, a fleeting shadow. Of yearning, all returns to silence.
Attack! That's the way.
Nem tudom, hogy miért nyomogatom mondjuk shieldelbe idő skillje, de azért...
All will be
Seb...
severed.
Oh fuck, azt nem tudtam lekövetni.
A proper send-down. Show me
Na.
praise.
Thunder. Lightning does not bend to the will of mortals. This world, a fleeting shadow.
This one's got your name on it.
Na ne. És nem tudtam eldönteni, hogy most visszahíle, vagy mit akar csinálni.
Yes, I have.
Why can you not trust your people and in the power of their ambitions? These ambitions have transcended space and time. They are something that no one can snuff out.
Együtt menetelünk előre minden erőnkkel és akaratunkkal. Még akár az istenek elvárásait is felülmúlhatják.
Is this the lesson you learned from your journey in Liyue?
Igen.
There are nations where humans cast their god aside and stride forward. So are we to just abandon the notion of progress for the sake of wishful thinking?
You and I have both witnessed the great loss that progress can bring. Eternity. Eternity is the only way. When lightning flashes, it casts a shadow. My name means shadow. With my blade, I purged all obstacles to progress. And yet, something was lost with each step forward. In the end, I even lost her. The tales are still retold in the shade of every thunder sakura. But the wounds left on our nation by that terrible loss still ache. Never stop searching, even if only for a brief flash of light. If nothing else, we have the present moment. She said that once. But I've seen a nation stride forward and lose everything to the heavenly principles. Perhaps only if time stands still will the lightning's glow never fade. The present moment is a fragile illusion. Only eternity can bring us closer to the heavenly principles. I am no longer the shadow. Mine is the most supreme and noble form. Let power over the realm be vested within me. In this form shall I honor my subjects' dream, for a land of eternity, unchanging forevermore.
The heavenly principles. Irrelevant nonsense as far as I'm concerned. When all's said and done, all you really want is to protect your beloved Inazuma forever and ever. Isn't that right?
That would be something of an oversimplification.
But is this nation worth existing for eternity? Stripped of ambitions, stripped of the potential for change, it does nothing more than simply exist. It is a I wonder what loss would it really be to anyone if such a nation were destroyed.
Miko, retract your words. Never changing eternity is the promise I made to my people.
De igen, csak a probléma az, hogy csak rád vonatkozik tulajdonképpen.
But what your people need from you is not your promises. They want your attention. Your divine gaze.
You mean visions? Humans have a lifespan of barely 100 years. They cannot afford to bear any extra losses. But I have experienced it all. That is why I have chosen to guide them along the correct path toward eternity.
But eternity is far too cruel a fate for you, eh?
For me?
Not only have you stopped paying attention to the world, but you have stopped paying attention to yourself. It must have been terribly lonely here, all alone, for centuries on end.
But it is necessary.
You will miss much by refusing progress. You seek to prevent loss, but have you considered all you are losing by remaining here in stasis for all eternity? You are obviously lonely, and yet for the sake of eternity you choose to stretch your loneliness out to infinity. Tell me this. Why is the sky here that was once so dark glowing again? Why now? This is your plane of euthymia. It's your inner world, so it can only mean that you are happy to see me again. You have found the loneliness here unbearable for a long time now, haven't you?
I have nothing to say to that.
But I have so much to say to you. Let me tell you all that has happened over the last few centuries.
How long will that take?
As a Fox envoy, I have an excellent memory. I recall every detail of the last few centuries with perfect clarity. So it will probably take me another few centuries to relay it to you.
Miko, I never thought I would have the chance to meet with you like this again.
Ez a gondolathoz is lenne egy pár szavam.
Seeing you again is a change to eternity.
Since you are willing to admit that, I suppose that means we can still be friends?
What a childish conversation this is. Anyway, now that I have been defeated by you and your plan, I will honor your wish to abolish the Vision Hunt Decree. But, with regards to eternity, and the question of whether this nation should move forward, I need time to give it some thought.
You are the one who's been acting like a child from the very beginning. As promised, the Raiden Shogun abolished the Vision Hunt Decree. Finally, her people's wishes penetrated her locked heart. Beyond the plane of euthymia, she saw what eternity means in the eyes of the world. When one's fervent ambition burns brightly, the gods will cast their gaze upon you. Some ambitions have the power to heal wounds, to bring victory, to inspire hope. But some ambitions outlive their masters long after the soul ascends. They remain as they were in the beginning. Burning bright and true for all eternity.
Ez szép volt.
So what did you guys do in the Raiden Shogun's plane of euthymia anyway?
Jó, tényleg, Paimon oda nem jött velünk.
Is the Vision Hunt Decree abolished?
Ja, Mikónak köszönhetően.
Oh, gotcha. Paimon was super worried, you know. So, maybe the reason Yai Miko is looking for us now is because she wants to thank us. Let's go find her.
Why, hello, if it isn't the triumphant traveler. And why might you be visiting the shrine? A sign of piety, perhaps?
You literally told us to come meet you here!
I was just joking. I've been waiting for you.
Seems like someone's in a pretty good mood.
Mm-hmm. Catching up with an old friend I hadn't seen in years was truly delightful. By the way, I heard that you had a duel before the throne, with a Fatui Harbinger no less. Courageous and astute. I must say, I am most impressed.
Hát ez elragadott az alkalom pillanat volt.
Defeating Signora head-on in a duel means
Elragadtak
that
az
your strength
érzelmek.
exceeds my expectations. Still, you did end up victorious. I gather congratulations are in order.
Sure feels good to finally thwart the Fatui plan for once. They caused plenty of trouble along the way, but at the very least, they didn't get their hands on another Gnosis.
Wait a second. Did you say gnosis? As in, the little thing that looks something like a chess piece?
Yep, that's the one. You've seen one too? Gnosis belong to the Seven. They're what keep them connected to Celestia.
Oh.
What's wrong?
I handed that over.
You did what now?
Well, how else was I supposed to save your skin from the Balladeer exactly? The Balladeer is number 6 of the Fatui Harbingers. In terms of strength, he is superior to Signora. I'm not the kind of person who risks life and limb for any old reason.
For once, Paimon just does not know what to say.
Egyáltalán miért volt te nálad a Gnosis?
After A created her puppet vessel, she no longer had anywhere to put it. As her erstwhile closest friend, A handed it over to me, and I've kept it in the Grand Narukami Shrine ever since. She no longer needs the power
Nem
of the
voltak
Gnosis,
zsebei
and
a
in any case,
saját
she tells me
világában.
she has severed ties with Celestia. Thus the
Se a
Gnosis
bábján.
became not only useless, but also a potential source of conflict. Is that not a good bargain, exchanging it for the one at the core of the plan? Judging by the results, at least, I dare say I struck a good deal.
When you put it like that, Paimon has to agree. The Traveler is worth more than a Gnosis.
Igen. Nem csoda, hogy nem láttuk azóta a Balladeert.
Well, what's done is done, and Paimon heartily thinks we'll be getting it back now.
Nem tudom, nekem angolba egy kicsit a Lizára emlékeztet. Nem olyan mértékben, de egy kicsit olyan érzésem van tőle. Ilyen szeduktív hangnemben beszél.
It's to thank you.
Really?
You intend to travel all over Teyvat, and the time has come for the Inazuma leg of your trip to come to an end, has it not? As a mark of my gratitude, I will answer any questions you may have about the road ahead or the events of the past. What would you like to know about?
Tehát ez esetben nem magát az Arkont kérdezzük, hanem Jámikót. A Shogun bábjáról.
That puppet was built with technology that has been lost to time. Perhaps she, as a god, is the only one privy to the knowledge of its origins. Still, there is one other thing on this topic that I suspect you may be curious to know. Before A began modifying her own godly form, she took it upon herself to create a prototype puppet.
So, you mean there are 3 Raiden Shoguns?
No. The prototype was merely a proof of concept. Its appearance and intellect were not based on A. It was a test. The original plan was for A to simply discard it. But perhaps A thought this to be too cruel, because in the end she chose only to seal the power within it. Later, this puppet wandered Inazuma as an ordinary human male with his own consciousness, until the Fatui took an interest in him.
Not the Fatui.
Some eccentric geniuses in the ranks of the Fatui made adjustments to the prototype, not only unsealing his power, but very likely rendering him even more formidable than his original specifications. The object of divine creation is now the one who has taken possession of the Gnosis, and the prototype puppet is now known as the Balladeer.
What? Oké. Erre nem számítottam. Mielőtt azaz Raiden létrehozta ezt a bábot, volt egy prototípus, akit szabadjára engedett a világban, mert nem volt tökéletes báb számára, és ezt megtalálta a Fatui, és ebből lett a Balladeer, azaz Scaramouche, a 6. Harbinger. Az kemény. Na erről még például soha nem hallottam a spoilerekbe. Azt tudom, hogy lesz belőle Wanderer, de ez tök új volt.
It is, isn't it? Who can say whether it's coincidence or destiny?
Raiden Shogun korábbi
I'm surprised an outlander like you is aware that there was once a change of Electro Archon. Few citizens of Inazuma are aware of this.
Morat's told us. He said that the Electro Archon Ball has passed away.
Yes. The truth of the matter is that there were two twin gods, Baal and Beelzebul.
Twin gods?
They won the Archon War together, and when Baal established the shogunate, Beelzebul became her Kagemusha, or shadow warrior. In other words, she acted as Baal's body double. Beelzebul is A, with whom we are now both acquainted. Baal's name was Makoto. As far as the world was aware, there were not two, but one. They complemented each other, and they ruled Inazuma jointly, so there was no need for the public to know the truth. In fact, the name Baal and the title of Raiden Shogun was understood to refer to both of them. Right up until...
Until what?
Makoto died several hundred years ago in a war that I was not personally involved in. Since then, A has assumed the shogunate.
Losing her sister must have been super hard on A.
Csak nem Kanria.
That was when A began to change. Makoto was her greatest loss.
Róla beszélt az első videóban. Nem tudtam eldönteni, hogy ki volt az, akit elveszített.
Paimon feels like she understands A lot better now after finding that out. So what kind of god was Makoto?
I didn't spend a great deal of time with her, but my impression was she was a gentle god, who in each moment cherished the beauty of what was before her.
Wow.
Testvéremről tudsz valamit?
Sorry, I haven't a clue.
Természetesen.
I'm also unfamiliar with the god you describe. But if you still have doubts about A, I would say they are misplaced. Not only does she not fit your description, but she voluntarily gave up her gnosis long ago, severing her ties with Celestia in the process.
Nem hiszem, hogy ő lett volna.
That's good to hear. Otherwise, given that I'm her familiar, it could have made our relationship rather awkward, don't you think?
Don't worry. We aren't looking to pick a fight with you.
I wish you the best of luck. May you soon discover the truth behind it all. As for your brother's whereabouts, I will use all the resources at my disposal to investigate it, and I will also borrow some of Ayato's people from the Shiumatsuban. I'll let you know if I find out anything. Consider it part of my means of thanking you.
Köszönöm. És szerinted merre menjek tovább?
After leaving Inazuma, I think it would be easiest for you to go to Sumeru.
Ooh, Sumeru! We've run into loads of scholars from there on our journey so far.
Yes,
Yep.
well, Sumeru is the land of the god of wisdom, where the quest for wisdom and knowledge is never-ending. But their obsession gives rise to some truly inexplicable things. For example, in Sumeru, knowledge is holistically managed as a resource.
Knowledge is a resource?
Yes. I don't know whether it was the sages or Lesser Lord Kusanali who came up with the idea.
Lesser Lord Kusanali? That's a cute name.
Oh, you haven't heard. Lesser Lord Kusanali is the deity in whom the people of Sumeru place their faith. It's their chosen term of endearment for her. I'm sure you must have some things to discuss with her too. I wish you all the best.
Nincs sok
Are you
kérdésem.
sure? Okay then. Oh, Traveler. Do you still have the Omamori I gave you?
Igen, biztonságban fogom
Keep
tartani.
it safe. Is that all you intend to do with it? There was me thinking that you might hang it around your neck to show off to the world, telling everyone who inquired that it was given to you by none other than Yai Miko, the wise and beautiful.
Mondom én, hogy kicsit
They're
ilyen
right
vizes.
time to do that.
Okay, I'll stop. Now, a question for you. Traveler, what is your ambition?
A célom, hogy egyesüljek a testvéremmel.
I see. But that is merely a small goal, based on what preoccupies you here and now. Your ambition should be something that transcends the world below and the starry sky above. Something that shines in unison with fate itself. Perhaps the reason you do not possess a vision is that such an ambition has yet to be engendered within you. It's a possibility. Continue on your journey, and maybe that moment will come to pass.
Érdekes gondolat. Kaptunk? Nem kaptunk. Oké. Catherine-nel kell beszélnem? Jó, tehát ez még az akt 4. Ja? Nincs is bejelölve. Navigate. Azzal a Catherine-nel. Jó, de nekem itt van egy kis dolgom. Mi történt Inazuma Catherine-nel? Az már nem is jó? Na végre! És még 3 szint. Azt olvastam, hogy Inazuma Raiden Edition. Nice, very nice. Begyűjtjük a jutalmat. Aztán... Mondjuk nem húzunk. Sokat agyaltam rajta, hogy rámenjek-e Shilanenre, de végül úgy döntöttem, hogy kihagyjuk ezt a bannert. Most nagyon kell spórolnom. 5.1-nél járunk, és 5.3-ban jön zsongli. Plusz folyamatosan nézem, hogy melyik egyéb 5 csillagos karakterek esnek, mert ezekből most nekem egyik sem kell. Megvan Mona meg Diluc, de egyiket se használom. Jobb oldalról Jean megvan, de őt se használom még, és ráadásul ezek sűrűbben előfordulnak ezek a karakterek. Úgyhogy úgy vagyok vele, hogy kihagyjuk ezt a bannert. Egyenlőre csak a standardet húzzuk, hogyha éppen összejön. Majd megnézzük 5.2-be mik lesznek a háttérben. Tudom, hogy van már róla lista, de nem emlékszem. Ez most... Azon gondolkodok, most esik le, hogy Chapter 2. Tehát ez nem Inazumához tartozik, hanem Liyuéhez.
Ah, traveler. Right on cue.
Hey, Catherine! Got any new commissions for us today? Also, how come you look so happy to see
Hát ennyire
us?
boldognak még tényleg nem láttuk, Catherine. What have you done?
I went to the shrine to draw a fortune slip earlier. The shrine maiden told me that it is the season for an unexpected reunion.
Catherine? Drawing fortune slips at the shrine? Is it just Paimon, or is that the most unusual thing ever? Wait, no, that's not the unusual part. We're in Liyue. You went to Inazuma and back in a single day?
Even I have a private life, you know.
Mikor tudjuk meg, hogy valami robot?
Okay, so when you say
Catherine azt tudja, hogy android.
you mean running into us, right?
Who can say? But the anticipation of knowing that an unexpected reunion is due is making me happy to see everyone I cross paths with today.
Fair enough. Even though we see each other pretty much every day, whatever makes you happy. Wait, are you saying? Oh, Paimon gets it. Well, let's just hope the Shrine Maiden was right. Fingers crossed we find him.
I'm sorry. Did I say something I shouldn't have? You both seem a little down.
Oh, it's nothing. Anyway, back to business. Do you have a new commission you want to give to us?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do. This one is from a miner. It seems to be related to investigating the chasm.
Really? Does this mean the chasm's not sealed off anymore?
I will leave the requester to
Paimon,
fill
már
you
ki
in
is
on all the
pucoltuk,
relevant
miről
details.
beszélsz.
His name is Yue Hui.
Ezt így háttérben megcsinálgattam.
All right then. Thanks, Catherine. We'll head there right away.
Very well. Ad Astra Abyssosk. This time you are truly bound for the abyss. Good luck to you both.
Most azért vagyok megrökönyödve, Mert azt hittem, hogy ez lesz az a küldi. De ez is levisz a kezembe. Jó, hát eddig soha nem jutottam el, úgyhogy innentől nekem minden új, viszont ehhez a küldihez meg kell csinálnom 2. Vagy még meg sincsenek nyilván, ezt most nem tudom, miért zártam be. Az egyik az megvan. Jó. Unlock, csak max nem indítjuk el, mert már belefutok az összesbe. Nem akartam bezárni. A másik... Melyik volt a másik? Nem emlékszem. Taurus. Megint bezárom, úristen. Taurus. Melyik a Taurus? Ito. És az még nem nyílt meg. Drakaenas. Jézus. Tehát ahhoz meg Kokomi kell. Ahhoz meg kell csinálnom raidet. Tehát végig kell mennem a story questeken, ahogy elnézem. Ezt mondjuk nem szeretem, hogy az Arkon questet ennyire hozzákötik, és mindig parkolópályára kerül. Ez meg lenne akkor Inazumát, Sumerunak az eleje, és ahhoz meg kell csinálni azt, amit most kezdtünk el. Oké. Wait, what? Ja, mert én közben elkezdtem lisztet gyártani, mert elfogyott. Mr. Yuehui.
Hi there! You must be Yuehui, right? We've been sent by the Adventurers Guild.
Ah, great. Good to meet you. Yes, I was the one who posted that commission. Wait a second. You look kind of familiar. Are you a famous adventurer or something?
Ez komplikált, inkább hagyjuk.
Alright then, I'll start by introducing myself. I'm Yuehui, a miner, and I received a mining permit for the chasm just recently. I have a handful of other guys in my crew.
Seriously? They actually give permits out for the chasm?
Yes, the folks over at Yujing Terrace finally came to their senses and are now allowing a limited amount of ore mining near the surface. We were among the first to gain approval, but some things have happened recently that put all the miners on edge.
Really? What happened? We haven't heard anything.
So, it's hard to say exactly how big of an issue it is. Could be something, could be nothing. The main thing is that it's just very strange. While one of the miners was on a break, he suddenly noticed a few hilichurls walking his way. They seemed like they were in a daze or something. They walked right by him without giving him a single glance. They just made a beeline for the depths of the chasm. After that, the miner started observing his surroundings more closely and noticed the same thing happening time and time again.
De akkor ez a Dainsleaf-es küldi, nem?
Are the hilichurls just
De akkor mi a
curious?
másik kezemes
Maybe they just
küldi?
want to take a peek inside.
Not likely.
Huh.
The strange part is that in all the time this miner's been watching the hilichurls, he's never seen any of them come back out. It seems to be a one-way trip. Once the hilichurls go in, they never emerge again. And it seems to be happening more and more frequently as of late. What are these hilichurls up to? What happens to them after they go inside? Is there a disaster brewing? These are the kinds of thoughts going through the guys' heads now. Everyone's driving themselves crazy worrying about it.
Paimon's not surprised. Paimon feels spooked just hearing about it.
Bele sem merek gondolni, mi zajlik a kezemben.
Exactly. The deepest fear is the fear of the unknown, you know? So we have to get to the bottom of it before everyone can put their minds at rest.
Do we really want to take this commission? Thanks, Mr. Miner, sir. We need to consider it first.
Elfogadjuk a feladatot, vagy megbízást.
Paimon's opinion first.
Nem tudok másra gondolni, mint hogy az Abyss Sword ezen van a dologban.
Oh, so that's where you're coming from. Well, okay then. Maybe we will find some clues about your twin. You'll really regret it if you don't go, huh?
So, what's your verdict? Will you take the commission? No pressure, but I gotta say, I'm not loving the prospect of my mining permit going to waste.
Yep, we'll take
Megnézzük,
it. We're
nyugi.
kinda curious ourselves now, too.
Great. You're doing me an enormous service here. Now, let me give you the rough location that the hilichurls keep heading to.
Oké. Ez a része nyíljon meg, hogy az utolsó vackot össze tudjam szedni. Nem tudom, hogy ez ebbe van, vagy a következőbe. De ki fog derülni. Két Abyss Mage.
It's a city?
Na, pont ez érdekel.
A whole city that's floating in the air! Upside down?
Nem jutok szóhoz.
Look at this place. Doesn't it remind you of something? Wait, what was it again?
Mint a megszentségtelenített szobor.
Yes, that's it! It's just like that. Just as strange, just as upside down, and just as spooky. In which case, maybe whatever's going on in the chasm really is connected to the Abyss
Szia,
Order.
Liza.
Oh, we gotta get to the bottom of this.
Jó, jó napot. Dainsleaf. Mondtam én, hogy ez lesz Dainsleaf küldie.
The feeling is mutual. I certainly hadn't expected to
Abyss
meet you
Order
here.
folyik a kezemben.
Long time no see, Dane. Wait, but how did you suddenly end up here in the chasm?
The chasm? So we're in the depths of the chasm, are we? Interesting. This is one place where I have never set foot before.
Lenne egy pár kérdésem.
I understand how you must feel. Last time we met suddenly and parted hastily. Now our paths cross again. Fate, it seems, owes you an explanation.
Szóval mit is keresel itt?
That much should be self-explanatory. I came upon the trail of another Abyss Herald recently and began pursuing it. Unfortunately, I got as far as cornering him before he resorted to the same trick that they all do. I was hot on his heels when I followed him through the portal, but as usual, it was to no avail. It took me to the wrong place.
Ugyanez volt a problémád legutóbb is a portállal?
Correct. Based on my recent experiences, I can only conclude that the Abyss's portals are not simply pathways from point A to point B,
VIP-d?
gateways to an entire network.
Ja, itt a csatornán?
Where they emerge on the other side is their choice. It can be anywhere within the network.
Sounds kind of similar to how teleport waypoints work.
Hát figyelj, most már mondhatni, hogy örökre szól, legalábbis amíg be nem telik a lista. Azt hiszem 25 VIP lehet egyszerre, eddig azt hiszem Macinak van egyedül. Úgyhogy jó sokáig rajtad marad.
In short, though I was right behind your
Hogyha
twin last time
beváltod.
when I entered that portal, the next moment that I realized where I was all alone.
És milyen
Back in
sok
the
kell még
ruins
hozzá?
known as Storm Terror's lair.
Oh, yeah! About that! Whatever happened to the Eye of the First Field Tiller?
It's in a safe place. You can be sure that I will learn the truth of the Loom of Fate operation sooner than it could ever fall into the Abyss Order's hands.
Miért nem mondtad el nekem, hogy ki vagy valójában?
So that title stuck in your memory.
Félúton. Meg lesz az
I
Eliza.
by no means went out of my way to conceal it from you. It once stood for the glory of Conria, but now it is but a cruel joke. My curse to bear. Twilight Sword was my title as captain of the Royal Guards when I witnessed the destruction of my entire homeland firsthand. I believe my reluctance to raise it in conversation is quite justified.
Sounds like your brother was right.
Mi történt köztetek?
We were travel partners. We both partook in a painful journey of searching for our fate. But regrettably, we did not make it to the journey's end together.
Ja, de akkor még olcsóbb volt. Aztán ja, már tele voltak a VIP-k, és akkor kitaláltam, hogy... Mert az... Nem, azt még nem is gyűjtötted ki. Hanem ott még ingyen adtam az első körbe mindenkinek. Nem! Tényleg, igen, igazad van. Igazad van.
Before you continue questioning me, I ought to warn you.
Mert nem sokkal előtte váltottad ki, amikor szembesültem vele, hogy nincs több. És hogy nagyon sokan meg, akiknek van, már nem jönnek.
If my suspicions regarding the portal network are correct,
Aztán kitaláltam egy új rendszert. Meg akkor még ilyen időszakos volt, egy hónapra, vagy nem tudom mi volt. De most azért jobban megéri kiváltani.
The Abyss Order is plotting something here? Actually, Paimon and the Traveler suspected that too.
Ja, nagyon összegyűjtek a problémák a VIP-vel, aztán ezt a megoldást találtam ki rá.
I mean that it's highly likely that even as we speak, the Abyss Order is watching our every move.
Don't say that! You're giving Paimon goosebumps.
Menjünk nyomozni.
A wise choice.
Nice.
There appears to be light from a fire coming from near that rocky wall. Let's take a look.
Végül is arra akarok menni, mert oda középre akarok felmászni végre. Oh.
There are signs of hilichurl activity here. Could these be the hilichurls the requester was talking about?
Requester? In fact, hold on. You still haven't told me what you're doing here. I doubt that most travelers would have any reason to venture down this way.
We took a commission from the Adventurers Guild to investigate the chasm. Apparently a whole load of hilichurls have been gathering here, and the requester wants to know why.
Hát mindent egyszerre nem lehet. Bár amikor megvolt a 4 monitorom, akkor volt, hogy 3 játék futott egyszerre. De nehéz volt követni. Rájöttem, hogy nem vagyok olyan jó multitaskolásban, mint gondoltam.
Do you want the answer?
Huh? You mean you know something about this?
As it happens, I do.
Van bármi köze a fejjel lefelé lévő városhoz?
It's understandable that you did not perceive anything unusual. What makes this place so strange is that the environment here weakens the effect of the curse.
The curse? Oh, Paimon remembers. Last time you guys were saying that Conria's people were cursed to immortality or something.
Nekem is aztán nem volt mindegy, hogy milyen játék fut rajta.
For centuries, I have suffered daily from the curse that was laid upon me. But here, I suddenly feel a small amount of relief from this suffering. And right here, right now, I can feel my body sending a strong message to me. It is telling me, stay.
So, this place weakens the curse? That's pretty incredible. But how?
Valamikor én is jobb voltam ilyen multitaskolásban, de most már nekem se az
That I shall
erősségem.
need to investigate. But to the best of my knowledge, the Abyss Order does not have the technology to achieve this. Indeed. Do you know why hilichurls wear masks? It's to hide their appearance, lest they catch sight of their reflection in a body of water. Compared to how they remember themselves, it is a terrible sight to behold. One that causes them great despair.
Szóval ők tényleg Kanriából
The
vannak.
curse of immortality denies death to those afflicted with it. And yet, it does not truly mean that they will never die.
So, you mean there's a way to undo it?
No. I mean that the body and soul will continue to be eroded until they are virtually non-existent, even if death is not the form that this erosion takes. When the hilichurls realize that the end is nigh for them, it seems their instinct is to seek out a calm and dark corner of the world in which to finally say goodbye to the centuries of suffering they have endured. And of all the places they could lay down to rest, one that can ease the effects of their curse would surely be their first choice.
Jogos.
Wow. That's so...
Lényegében meghalni jönnek ide a hilichurl-ök. Mert ugye a hilichurl-ök azok mind Khaenri'ában élő lakosok voltak, akik szintén megkapták ezt az átkot. Csak őket el is torzította Dainal ellentétben.
Conversation's over. Brace yourselves.
Ajaj.
What is it?
We're under attack.
Ja? Jó tudni. Jó napot.
Hey there! Attack!
Na, átváltani sikerült, de már benyomni a skillt nem.
What were those? And why did they attack us all of a sudden?
Szomorú, hogy Paimon nem emlékszik semmire abból, hogy kipucoltuk a kezemet.
Black Serpent Knights. They once belonged to the Royal Guard of Khaenri'ah.
Wait a second. Royal Guard? So, they used to be your troops?
Yes, they were. But now, the curse engulfs them, and they fight with none of the honor they once had.
Azért az nem rossz, hogyha annyifele tudták koncentrálni, Eliza.
Because they've become pawns of the Abyss now?
Szép teljesítmény.
Let's continue on.
Wait! Dane!
Seems we missed one. Wait, stand down. There's something different about this one.
Ja, ő se támad.
It's disappeared.
What the heck? What was going on with that one? Was it trying to say something?
How is this possible? How could he have retained self-awareness for 500 years without it?
Without what?
But more importantly, why did he seem so familiar?
Lehet, hogy felismert téged?
That would be a miraculous outcome indeed for a cataclysm that brought total doom and destruction. Or perhaps it was just a coincidence. We should press onward to the city.
Nagyon helyes. Nagyon helyes, ugyanis fel kéne jutnom a csillaghoz.
Looks like there's a strange energy surrounding the city. We can't go any further. Guess there should be a mechanism or something around here, right? Traveler, looks like it's time to get into ruin exploring mode.
Puzzle time!
Don't waste your time.
Lenne rá puzzle, már megtaláltam volna. Na szép. Közdány.
Khaenri'ah's technology, abyssal power. Two things I couldn't be more familiar with. They're just cheap tricks to me.
Okay, so the Abyss Order really is trying to hide something here, right? Dan seems like he really understands what's going on here. No wonder the Abyss Order doesn't want him around.
Ez a város Khaenri'ah által lett építve?
Not necessarily. The closer we draw, the more I am inclined to conclude that these ruins belong to a more ancient civilization still.
Az igen.
The Abyss Order simply got to them before anyone else.
Even older than Khaenri'ah? Whoa, Paimon can't even imagine back that far.
That said, the architecture here does somewhat resemble that of Khaenri'ah. At least, it would if it were the other way up. Let's head toward the light over there. Mind your footing on the way ahead. It's a long way down.
Nem mondod. Jó napot kívánok!
Black Serpent Knights! Is this where they're based? Or wait, are they guarding something here?
We are likely drawing near to whatever the Abyss Order is trying to hide. Let's take them out first.
Yeah.
I'm going in! Adventure time! To ashes!
Feeling lucky! Look! Vines! You should be able to climb up, right?
Hova? Mert aztán most rohadtul nem látok semmit. Értem. Oké.
Oh no! More Black Serpent Knights! Huh?
Hogy mondod?
They're not coming after us! Are they just trying to scare us off? Huh. These knights seem like they're hiding something behind them.
Védik a hilichurl-öket?
Hold on, I think they...
They're coming! Quick, get them!
Yoo-hoo! This one's got your name on it!
Feeling lucky? Hiya!
Hey there!
Hiya! That was the last of them. Now, let's see what it was they were trying to hide. Huh? What's this?
So, the Black Serpent Knights have nothing to do with the Abyss Order's secret. Huh. I should have guessed.
So, what exactly is going on with these hilichurls?
As I said, for these hilichurls, the end is nigh.
És készülnek a végre.
They have grown old and fearful of the light, even become one with the darkness. And yet the curse continues to corrode them.
But why would the Black Serpent Knights want to stay here and guard them?
Aztán... Ezek soha nem fogynak el. El tudjuk kerülni olyan a harcot velük? Megint ott van a másik.
Halfdan?
Whoa, whoa, what? You recognize him?
Could it be? If it's as I suspect, then this is a truly tragic state of affairs.
Dane?
You want to know why they were gathered here guarding the hilichurls, don't you? It's because as far as the Black Serpent Knights are concerned, they're simply doing their duty. The one who ordered them to retreat just now, I suddenly recognized him. I knew him as a young man, an elite in the royal guard of old. His name is Halfdan.
So, he's from 500 years ago too?
To this day, I still remember the final orders I, the Twilight Sword, gave to Halfdan on the day of disaster in Khaenri'ah. Before I made haste back to the palace. Inform all Black Serpent Knights to protect the people of Khaenri'ah at all costs.
És azóta is követik a parancsodat.
Because we, of course, were royal guards. But this would mean nothing in the events that followed. Royals, gentry, common folk. These identities made no difference.
Lehet, hogy még emberi mi voltukból megmaradt ez az emlékük, hogy ez az ő feladatuk.
Against the might of the gods, the only identity that mattered was being from Khaenri'ah. These Black Serpent Knights have lost their intellect, but perhaps, in whatever remains of their minds, they are still protecting the people of Khaenri'ah. If you see these ruins as Khaenri'ah in the throes of disaster, and these hilichurls as the people crying for help, then suddenly I can make sense of what I'm hearing. Their growls are less of a threat and more of a warning.
Then, what are they saying?
Though it is barely discernible, I can just about make it out. They keep repeating a word from the old language of Khaenri'ah. Run.
Szóval ők a hilichurl-öknek szóltak.
Even I have to admit, the fact their will is strong enough to survive 500 years of erosion. It is nothing short of a miracle, born from hopelessness.
Oh, so Paimon had them all wrong.
It doesn't matter. Even I took them for enemies for a moment. Let's keep heading toward the light at the top. I believe the Black Serpent Knights will no longer try to stop us.
Az kemény. Széli. Annyira tudtam, hogy kiviszel. Most már akkor is elkísérlek. Ne legyen elvarratlan szál. Ó, erre kell jönnöm. Na várjál csak. El tudom kerülni? El tudom. Fejjel lefele teleport, az igen. Az igen. Jó, visszamegyünk a csillagért. Akárhol is van pontosan, mert valahogy nem szúrtam ki. Wait. Nem vagyok jó helyen. Nem vagyok jó helyen. Jó. Mindegy, tudom, hogy hol van. Teleporttal vissza tudok menni bármikor. Menjünk tovább, haladjunk. Valamit láttam. Ja, még több hilichurl.
More hilichurls, and they look really well protected.
Föntre jelzed. Ezt nem is láttam. Ja, ez a torony Ja, értem már. Az a torony, amelyiket látjuk lefele lógni. Azért kemény.
Dane, why so quiet?
I'm just thinking, nothing more. If you're trying to console me, I can assure you there is no need.
Fine.
Hello. Még több hilichurl. Megnyomozzuk őket is.
Paimon hopes they can get their final wish.
Hát, ja.
Hey, look! There's no door sealing this room off. Looks like we can finally head to the room in the center. Come on, let's go!
Tehát oda megyünk át. Ó, hogy itt vagy! Hát jó napot kívánok! Ó! Na ezt vajon hol hagytam el? Ha! Az jó. Ez nem volt betervezve. Oké. De vissza tudok mászni, jó van. Már megijedtem, hogy mehetek körbe. Oda kell mennem. És felfele folyik a víz, bazd meg. Mennyire durva.
Look! Up there! A water pool! Even the water pool is upside down. Oh, wow! This is a pretty amazing place!
Ahogy mondod.
Do you have any idea at all how it works?
The pool must be part of the entire city structure. A relic of this ancient civilization. And more importantly, it is the very thing that is weakening the curse. Here, my whole body feels more at peace than it has in a long time. The effect is stronger here than it was before. And I think it's because that water pool has something akin to a cleansing effect.
Cleansing? So that means the water in that pool can wash away the curse for good?
No, that would be impossible.
How are you so sure?
I have lived with this curse for 500 years, and I have been fully conscious the entire time. Suffice to say, no one understands the curse like I do. It is a way of branding us at the level of the fate of the world itself. When a god applies a curse, it takes effect at a higher level of reality than the person themselves. Even now, I can feel the curse slowly permeating my entire being, becoming part of me, slowly but surely replacing me. Perhaps it may be possible to suppress the corrosive effect of the curse for a time, but cleansing it entirely. Consider it tantamount to burning away an integral part of your body. It is not a process that one could ever hope to survive.
Huh? Cleansing the curse cost you your life? Whoa. An irreversible curse. Paimon can't even imagine.
In any case, I can feel that the water's cleansing effect is not nearly potent enough. At most, it might suppress the curse, but a little.
So, what's that contraption there? It looks kind of out of place.
Abyss Orderhez lehet köze?
Frankly, I have never seen a device of this design before either. It is not unreasonable to suspect that it could belong to the Abyss Order. But what could they be planning to do here?
Oh, that gave Paimon a fright. So, all the doors are open now?
Halfdan.
Halfdan's back again?
Halfdan, do you have something to say to me?
He ran
Apparently not.
He didn't disappear like last time.
He's indicating that we should follow him. Are you coming?
Követhetjük is akár?
So, we going then?
Nem semmi. Jó, azt közben levehetjük, mert végre megszereztük.
Halfdan jumped down over there. Let's follow him.
Leugrott. Á, mert ide jutnék vissza. Tehát itt kéne nem mennem? Oké.
Looks like Halfdan disappeared at the far end of this path.
Perhaps whatever lies ahead is what he wants us to see. Let's keep going.
Oké. Miért geoslime-ok?
There are more signs of hilichurl activity here.
ők az egyetlen enemi, akiket urinával tudnék elég hatékonyan pusztítani, de az meg annyi életet felzabál, hogy rohadtul nincs kedvem, inkább választom a hosszú utat.
Let's go see. It's a humble hilichurl camp. Oh, these hilichurls look like they're in pretty bad shape too. Some of them look like they've already taken their final breath. Is this what Halfdan wanted to show us?
Whether it is or not, everything here is worth investigating in detail. Inspect the area. Leave no stone unturned.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like these hilichurls have no life left in them at all. Before long, they'll become one with the darkness. The hilichurls we meet in the wild are always so rowdy. Paimon never would have imagined that this is how they spend their final days. We may not have a whole lot of happy memories dealing with hilichurls, but still, Paimon hopes they're at peace in their last moments. Hilichurls usually store food in crates like these, right? But these seem pretty much empty. Is it because they're so near to the end that they don't need to eat anymore? Even if they don't need to eat anymore, Paimon bets they still miss food for the flavor. There's even a bonfire here, like what hilichurls build in the wild. Wait, but wasn't Dane saying that hilichurls get scared of the light when they reach the very end of their lives? Maybe, in the very, very end, they still want to feel some light and warmth. Oh. Just thinking aloud here. Could also be another reason.
Nem semmi.
How did that flower get this far underground? Did someone bring it in memory of the deceased hilichurls?
Láttam már valahol ezeket a virágokat.
Hey, now that you mention it, Paimon thinks it looks kind of familiar too.
It is the national flower of Kanria, the Intivat. It once bloomed all over the nation. It would only last 2 weeks before wilting. But if you were to pluck one and take it out of Kanria, the petals would stop growing and turn hard. Only when it finally returned to its home soil would the petals grow soft once more, and finally turn to dust. So the Intivat is a symbol for a wanderer far from home, signifying the tenderness of the homeland.
Bazd meg, tényleg. Ugyanez a virág van a hajamban, amióta felébredtem.
So for this flower to get here, it must have been brought from...
Your Highness, so the proposal finally has your blessing?
In focusing single-mindedly on confronting the heavenly principles, we neglected our original mission, the revival of the homeland. I should not have been so indecisive.
The device is almost ready. We await your command.
What are the chances of succeeding?
Theoretically speaking, approximately.
Forget it. Even a 1% chance is enough. For too long have we dwelt in the abyss. Surely they would rather return to the natural cycle of life and death as soon as possible than continue to exist as they are, without a shred of dignity. They cannot be made to continue paying the price for those so-called sins.
The Order is most fortunate to be graced with your decision.
Ether!
Hát azért látom más. Nem tudom, mire számítottál.
You saw something, didn't you? Can you tell me what it was?
De egyre inkább érthető Ethernek a hozzáállása az egészhez.
Yeah, you zoned out for quite a while there.
Well, people do say that twins have a special connection. It sounds as if they are attempting to make use of certain equipment to cleanse the curse. It could well be the device we saw earlier. And you say he mentioned the revival of the homeland, correct?
Uh-huh.
No surprise there. Stubborn as ever. It appears as if the Abyss Order plans to use this location to cleanse the hilichurls of their curse and restore them to the way they once were. Then, they will serve as the foundation for reviving the nation of Khaenri'ah. After all, there can be no nation without a people.
Mi a véleményed?
It is the height of foolishness. They have no chance of success, not even a 1% chance. I told you already that no one knows this curse better than I, having lived with it for 500 years. There is no redemption. There is no undoing the curse. Trying to remove it by force will achieve nothing but to inflict further suffering.
És mi van, ha az lesz a végjáték, hogy ha megöljük ezt az Istent, amelyik létrehozta ezt az átkot, akkor szűnik meg az átok? És mi van, ha a Carica is ezen dolgozik? Ne csak egy kósza gondolat volt, csak most valamiért ez így...
You have to tell yourself, they are no longer human. If you cling to false hope and allow yourself to become too emotionally invested, the only way is down. You will end up just like them, mired in hypocrisy. Save your strength for something worth saving.
Miért kéne hinnem neked?
Oh? But of course, I am merely someone you hired for a task, while he is your brother. It is only natural for you to side with him. But whatever decision you make cannot deter me from mine. My chosen path is to stop the Abyss. If we have reached an impasse, then perhaps this is where we should say...
Hiszek neked. Vagyis hiszek benned. De ez nem azt jelenti, hogy 100%-ban megbízok benned. Most tisztára olyan, mintha magammal beszélgetnék.
It seems that the 3 questions I put to you on our first meeting were worthwhile. You have developed your own individual views on this world. Very well. Since you have volunteered your true thoughts on this matter, I shall not hide mine from you. Right now, I have a more immediate agenda than stopping the Abyss. That is to say, the Abyss's actions here directly dishonor the final wishes of Halfdan and my other compatriots. I cannot allow this to proceed. The Abyss may appear at any moment. Be on your guard at all times as we proceed.
We can see the Upside Down City from here, too.
Wait, watch out!
Oh, what the fuck?
What's going on? Is that light coming from the room in the center? It's too bright!
The mutation is continuing. Has the Abyss made its move already?
Dean Smith, I see your incessant meddling continues, and that you have once again joined forces with our Highness's kin. Regrettably, I was not in time to control your exit from the network, and it sent you here of all places. This was a catastrophic error.
I am surprised that you dare to face me. You ran like a coward last time.
Our Highness's will must be done. All interferences must be removed, whatever the price to pay.
Azon gondolkodok, hogy a heraldok azok milyen pozícióban lehettek Khaenri'ahban. Mert hogy a hétköznapi civilekből lettek a hilichurl-ök, a hétköznapi emberekből, akkor az őrökből lettek ezek a lovagok. Kik voltak a heráldok?
This time, the curse that torments our people must be undone, once and for all.
You are the only ones who torment them. There is nothing else left of those hilichurls. Nothing besides the curse itself.
Say what you wish. I am going nowhere, Dainsliff.
Then you will give your life just to delay the inevitable. How absurd. But since you wish to persist, then so be it.
Szóval,
You really think you can
franc
use that
tudja,
device
hányadik
beneath the
forduló.
pool to cleanse this curse?
Do not manipulate the ways of the abyss. That device can amplify the cleansing effects of the water not tenfold, but 100-fold.
Then I overestimated you. This plan is even cruder than I thought.
Azt nem tudom, hogy csináltuk, de örülök neki.
Teamwork is tricky. Let's light it up. Hey there! Eyes on me! Off we go! Adventure time! Let's light it up! Have it all! Attack! Coming at ya! Coming at ya! Watch out!
This shall rise.
Whew. You've been
Oh,
hunting
ez
this
is
abyss
meglett.
herald for ages. Now you finally got him.
There's no time to celebrate. The Abyss Order's device is activating, but there's still time to destroy it.
All right, let's go.
Mehetünk fel. Azt hiszem ez volt az a teleport. Ja, ez az új. Ó. Jaj. Jaj, erről hallottam. Erről már hallottam.
Look, the amplification device. Am I too late? They're in agony. This is no way for them to meet their end. Find a way to stop that thing. Halfdan, don't do it!
Huh.
I thought he would have been turned to ashes in an instant. Halfdan's soul is extraordinarily resilient.
Meddling fool! Encumber us no more!
Don't you have a greater encumbrance to worry about? Come on. This is your grand opportunity to get rid of me.
Dainsliff!
Take him out and deactivate the device.
Hmm. Szerintem erre azért benyomunk egy kis boostot. Igazából ne fogyjunk ki a staminából. Mik vannak itt? 9-es a legkisebb, jó lesz az. Nagyobb ellenállásra számítottam. Ó, haver. Ezt megszívtad. Az elektrót sokkal gyorsabban leverem, mint mondjuk a hydrót. Hadd vegyem át a helyét.
As long as the device is active, the cursed are rendered powerless. Only you can take on the abyss. If you value his sacrifice, then do not waste any more time here. See all these rays of light and portals. They must have installed several of these energy devices in various locations. Find them, quickly!
Remek.
So, we have to go through these abyss portals? Hey, wait for Paimon!
Inkább a kamerára várjunk már. Jól itt hagytátok, bassz meg. Jó. Igen. I see. Hát jó. De nem így akartam, téged akartalak megbenettezni, de... Jó. Az a baj, hogy nem kell annyit healelni, mint terveztem. És most ezt... Aha, visszatöröm. Értem. Oké, vissza. Oké. Gyorsan, gyorsan. Mi a menü? Oh.
Not bad. I must do my duty.
Okay. De rajta vagyok. Furin a pettyei nem hagyják, hogy életbe legyek. Most viszont kell a hír. És van még egy. Ja, igen, lőjétek a semmit, légy szíves. Én is szeretlek titeket. Hova is? Ja, ide jövök. Hol van Dice Leaf? Ja, itt vagy.
That's it, right? The device is fully shut down now?
The burning sensation has indeed stopped.
So, we managed to stop the Abyss Order's plan?
Viszont elvesztettük Halfdent.
Let me check.
Dane must be really upset. Of all the ways to be reunited with one of his former comrades after so long, this is rough.
Let's go.
Huh?
Huh? Light.
Apologies, Captain Dainsleif, Twilight Sword. Back then, I failed you, and failed to protect our people.
No. For 500 years, you have faithfully done your duty. To this day, I am proud of you all.
Conria didn't fall, did it? Since you're still here.
Correct. So, no need to revive the homeland.
That was Halfdan's soul.
More than one kind of strange power exists here. Souls are no strange sight under the circumstances. Still, if you intend to venture deeper in and continue your investigation, you ought to be careful.
You bet. We'll be super careful. Oh, but
Foreshadowing.
Dane, does this mean you're not coming with us?
That device took a severe toll on me. It will take me some time to recover.
Oh, right. Well, actually, Paimon already knew that. You've clearly been pushing through the pain this whole time. You've earned a good rest, Dane. Oh, you should take a vacation!
Vacation? The very notion. This word has no business being in my vocabulary. There are more important things that demand my attention. The Loom of Fate operation is still underway, and I suspect that these amplification devices are connected to that plan.
Én is figyelni fogok a tervre,
Thank you for understanding.
Erre
I only hope that next time we
missziójára az
meet, you
ebisznek.
know whose side you're on.
Sheesh! He sure knows how to hold a grudge. Saving that snide remark right until the end. Well, shame that we didn't get to see your brother again. But at least we learned some useful info, huh? As long as you keep pressing on with your journey, you guys will definitely meet again. And everything will be back to normal. Right?
Hát, reméljük.
Paimon almost forgot. The real reason we came here was to investigate what was going on with the hilichurls, wasn't it? We've probably seen enough to report back to the miner now, but how are we going to explain it to him? This is all way too complicated for regular people to understand. We'll figure it out. Just don't forget about the commission when we're done here.
Hát ja, ezt nem olyan egyszerű körbe magyarázni. És tényleg van rá commissionünk? Nincs is commissionünk rá. Most nyílt meg Sumeru. Hoppá. Még egy fét. Oké. Állj. Mielőtt elhagyjuk a bányát. Nézd már, új küldi. Yay! Bár nem ezért jöttem ide. Mizu Jinbu. Ma megint? Hova mensz, Song? Megyünk, beszélünk Moninga. Ezeket off-stream csináltam meg, de van egy Zichong nevű csaj, aki állandóan eltűnik és nincs túl jó állapotban. Végre. Ups. Azt jól elnyomtam, nem tudom mit kaptam. Azon kívül, hogy van egy új kártyánk. Oké. Hát ha már itt vagyunk, akkor indítsuk el ezt a küldit. Azt nézem, hogy még van egy óránk. Be kéne fejezni a kezemet, mielőtt elmegyünk Sumeruba. Viszont akkor neki kell esnem Raiden Story questjének. Szükség van segítségemre? Nincs. Oké, megbeszéltük. Na! Gyorsan beszedjük. Kaptunk egyáltalán? Nem is kaptunk rewardot érte. Szomorú. Na! Akkor van egy olyan story questünk, amit meg kell csinálnunk a haladáshoz. Úgy hívják, hogy Raiden Shogun.
If the Tenryou Commission won't assist in dealing with the thunderstorm, the consequences could be catastrophic.
Ezzel a story quest-tel szüntetjük meg a vihart Inazuma körül?
It's not that we're unwilling to do our part. We just don't have any spare hands right now. I hope you can understand.
Exactly. So let's keep the discussion going and see if we can find a solution.
Hey, Toma! What's going on?
Hello you two. We were just talking about what an impact you've made in Inazuma.
Micsoda véletlen.
Greetings. Thank you both again for delivering Miss Hiragi's letter that time.
So they're friends of yours. I'm Master Kamaji's servant. Call me Ippe.
Úgy hallom, valami problémába ütköztetek?
Well, the Tri-Commission's work used to consist of gathering information for the Shogun and carrying out any duties she assigned. But recently, she announced that she wishes to spend some time in solitude and self-reflection. Since she is refusing to receive any visitors, there is no one to tell us what to do. We all understand if the Shogun needs some quiet time to gather her thoughts. The only problem is, in the meantime, the thunderstorm out at sea has been getting wilder.
Az a vihar az megtestesíti a Shogun akaratát.
Yep, that's the one. And all the time it's been there, the storm has never changed in shape or size. But now, it seems to be drawing closer to Inazuma.
What? So her will's changed and she wants to destroy Inazuma now? Or is this her way of trying to get revenge on us?
Az egy kicsit gyerekes lenne, bár tudjuk, hogy...
If she really wanted to get revenge on us, she could just strike us
Yamiko szemében eléggé gyerekesen viselkedett.
Which would also be pretty scary.
I don't think you need to worry about that. The reason we're concerned is that we've never known the Almighty Shogun's will to falter before.
Considering Liyue's god left not too long ago, it's hard not to take it as a bad sign. A lot of people now believe that the thunderstorm is getting wilder because the almighty Shogun is having health problems. The fact that she won't see anyone right now makes us concerned that things are only going to get worse.
Jogosnak tűnik az aggodalom.
Right. So, before rumors start spreading, Miss Kamisato got me to come here and discuss countermeasures with the Tenryou Commission. We need to make sure we're prepared to deal with the chaos if and when it arrives.
Unfortunately, the reality is that the Tenryou Commission is facing huge internal instability at the moment. The Kujo clan has lost control over the other clans.
Huh? Why is that?
The Kujo clan is still awaiting the Shogun's trial for colluding with the Fatui and nearly destroying the whole of Inazuma. Everyone knows that a change of commissioner is inevitable. It's just a matter of time before the almighty Shogun hands down her decree.
To put it simply, no one will take orders from the Kujo clan anymore. But there's still work that has to be done.
If Mr. Takayuki was in better health, there might be a way through. But now?
My lack of ability is to blame. I failed to uncover the truth in time, and I failed to stop my father. And now, as acting head of the clan, I'm failing to quell the unrest.
Don't blame yourself, Master. You have to at least keep your chin up until your older brother returns. The Kujo clan can't cope with any more instability in its current state.
Yes, you're right. Masahito has enough on his plate at the moment. Mustn't cause any more issues for him. Okay, Toma, let's revisit this discussion in a few days. Right now, I need to go visit Takatsukasa Susumu, head of the Takatsukasa clan. He's the only one capable of taking charge of the situation now.
I suppose. Well, okay, no problem. A speedy resolution to the Tenryo Commission's internal issues is in our best interest as well.
I'll come with you, Master.
No need. I'll handle this by myself.
Oh, okay. Take care then. Come back soon.
If you think about it, both the thunderstorm situation and the issue with the Tenryo Commission have been caused by the Shogun's decision to take some time off, right? If things carry on like this, people will start to panic.
Lehet, hogy meg kéne hívnunk, hogy jöjjön ki egy kicsit a zugából.
You can actually do that?
Don't know for sure, but we may as well try. Whether she takes us up on the offer or not will depend on what mood she's in.
Sounds like you guys know what to do. Shall I leave it up to you then? You know, everyone's worrying about the Shogun's condition, but if people got to see her in person, it would put their fears to rest.
Megpróbálhatjuk.
Thank you very much. I owe you one, again.
The way Paimon sees it, there's only one person who might have the chance to see the Shogun while she's isolating, right?
Jaj, Mikó.
Let's take a trip to the Grand Narukami Shrine!
Yep. Hát akkor menjünk. Mindjárt ott van a teleportnál, de jó. Nem kell vadászni. Ja, nem. Azt hittem. Erre kapunk egy kört. Csokolom.
I wasn't expecting to receive VIP shrine visitors during downtime. So I suppose you're here just to visit me?
Hogyne?
What a smooth talker. Though your eyes do not lie as convincingly as your tongue. You came because you need my help, didn't you? Still, your answer has put me in a good mood.
Akkor annak
So
örülök.
tell me, what is the matter?
We heard the Shogun decided to take a break, and since then the thunderstorm around Inazuma has gotten wilder. Rumor has it that the thunderstorm is affected by the Shogun's will, so people are worrying that something might be wrong with her.
Tenryo Commissionnek is szüksége van a figyelmére.
All right. There's little purpose in keeping anything hidden from you anyway. Since the battle, the Shogun has been greatly troubled and her temperament has changed drastically.
What?
Her power was already on the decline. Then you dealt her that fateful strike. The defeat was a heavy blow to her. It also didn't help that I forgot to bring her some tricolored dango and light novels when I went to see her. Oh, the poor thing. Without desserts and books to console herself with, she was so angry she quite simply lost it. Crying and ranting and raving. Oh, I could hardly bear to see her that way.
You expect us to believe that a god would throw a temper tantrum over something like that?
Igazából...
Before you get too indignant, consider the fact that your concerns sound every bit as nonsensical to me as that blatant lie did to you. A seeks eternity. To her, mortal lives come and go in the blink of an eye. Of what consequence to her are mortal concerns for her well-being?
You're saying she's fine, right?
I don't know the details. She said she wanted to rest, and I have nothing pressing that requires her attention. So there is no reason to disturb her. I have heard about the thunderstorm, though. As to the cause, it is not inconceivable that, as you suggest, her will has wavered somewhat.
Annál inkább rá kéne nézni.
I am the only one in all of Inazuma who can visit her while she is resting. But tell me, Why should this concern me? Why should I do this for you, when I already have everything one could ever want, and have seen everything one could ever wish to see?
Tedd meg elért.
I like that answer. Here is the pass permit. Show it to the Okuzumeshu at the gate, and he will let you in.
Thanks, Miko!
My question was in jest, but since you answered it in earnest, please stay true to your word. Oh, and don't forget to return the pass permit to me after you have finished with it.
Szóval csak egy van. Rendben. Látogass. Megnyílt.
The almighty Shogun has requested solitude. No
Az
visitors
új
allowed.
transdomainünk.
Oh, we've got a pass permit from Miko.
Don't be ridiculous. Lady Guji never gives her pass permit to another person. Not even esteemed travelers like yourselves.
Kivétel vagyunk.
Guji is only authorized to hold that pass permit because of the trust that the almighty Shogun places in her, and her alone. Wait, this is authentic.
Nyugodtan kérdezd meg,
Understood.
Mikót.
Then as the Shogun has ordered, I must not stand in your way. Apologies. Please proceed. Since the Shogun is resting at this time, please be especially respectful and make sure your behavior is impeccable.
Na, erre kíváncsi leszek.
Look how she's pacing back and forth. Don't you think she looks a little anxious?
Ennyire ráijesztettünk volna?
How did you get in? Trespassers are to be eliminated at once.
Wait, no, it's us! Why are you treating us like we're your enemies?
Valahol azok vagyunk.
We made amends, didn't we? Also, we got in by totally legitimate means!
Denied. Use of force has been forbidden. Anyway, be gone. Do not disturb my solitude.
Ne, rendben van.
That is of no concern. This is my recuperation state.
What do you make of this? She's acting strange, huh?
Biztos, hogy a báboknak szüksége van
This
pihenésre.
body has no need of rest. But I am an assistant to the one within. If she wishes to rest, I must follow her will.
Paimon gets it. So this is all A's doing. But why? Surely you going about your business doesn't interfere with the plane of euthymia. She's got plenty of space in there. Seems like it would be the perfect place for rest and relaxation.
I do as she wishes. I can say no more than this.
Mindenki aggódik, és nagyon szeretnének
I
látni.
cannot. In my current state, even if I went out, I could do nothing. I am currently unwilling to deal with any business. I am also incapable of it.
What do you mean by that?
It has been forbidden. Please refrain from making me talk any further.
What should we do? It feels like this conversation is going nowhere.
Talán valami probléma van a működéseddel?
Ah, it's you two. It's been a while. The Shogun can't do much at the moment. Come straight in and see me.
Oké.
Terrifying! Would it be so hard to give us a little warning first?
It's not your first time. I don't see what there is to be so alarmed about.
So, is the Shogun broken? Are you gonna get it fixed, or...?
Don't worry. The Shogun's not broken. I've just temporarily disabled many of her functions. Currently, the Shogun is unable to handle any business and cannot appear as me. So the easiest solution was to announce that I am resting.
Erre gondolt az alatt, hogy meg van tiltva
As I said,
az
I need to think
interakció.
about Inazuma's eternity, and thinking takes time. But the Shogun is still running based on her old rules. I can't allow her to make any mistakes while I am working things out.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Hányszor mondom el ezt a mondatot?
No, she was not created to ever be turned off. Furthermore, I had even predicted at the time that I may wish to modify the Shogun's operational rules at some point in the future. However, such changes would not be conducive to eternity.
Annyira szigorú vagy magaddal.
That's why the Shogun has a robust system to safeguard against modification. It's also to protect against unforeseen circumstances. For now, while I figure out the form that eternity should take, it's more effective for me to temporarily disable some of the puppet's functions, rather than attempt to modify her rules.
Oh, Paimon gets it now! The thunderstorm's getting out of control because some of the Shogun's functions have been disabled!
The thunderstorm is getting out of control? This is the first I've heard of it.
Huh? Okay, well, let us bring you up to speed.
Gondoltam, hogy fekete képernyő jön.
I see. So the thunderstorm is drawing closer.
You can fix it, right?
It's just a minor error. This kind of thing was bound to happen. A small modification to the Shogun should fix it.
Szóval mindenki a semmin
Don't
aggódott.
look at me like that. I've never had to tinker with the Shogun before, and she's very complicated. It's practically inevitable for something to go wrong when you start tweaking things. Yes, that's it. I'm not making excuses. It's the truth.
It's fine, just as long as you can fix it is all.
Haladtál el gondolataiddal az örökké valóság ügyében?
Not much. As before, I can see the way forward, yet there are still contradictions. But there is no urgency. To reach an ill-conceived verdict in haste, just for the sake of having reached one, would be a confusion of priorities.
Lehet, hogy szükséged van némi változásra. Gyere velünk!
If everyone sees that the Shogun is in good health, it'll put all the speculation and rumors out there to rest. And who knows? A change of scenery might
Örökre nem lehetsz itt bezárva.
and give you some fresh inspiration.
You mean leave the plane of euthymia?
Hát lemerem fogadni, hogy nem mostanában hagytad el a helyet.
It's unnecessary, as far as I'm concerned. But since you're inviting me, a change of pace might well be nice. All right then. I'll come out for a while. Oh, since the theme of the day is a change of pace, you can just call me A. I'm not a great fan of rigid titles.
What? But you're just A's consciousness, aren't you? Can consciousness actually leave this place?
I have my ways. I would never subject myself to imprisonment voluntarily.
Oh, great! Then there's nothing to worry about. Allow us to be your tour guides.
Tour guides? What's a tour guide?
Someone to show you around the Inazuma of today and give you tips on where to eat and how to have fun. All right, let's go, go, go!
Én nem tudom miért, de bajt érzek a levegőben.
There's a familiarity to the scent in the air and the firmness beneath my feet. Now, time for a change of pace. Where should we go?
To the liveliest place in town!
Hát használtam volna a teleportot, hogyha előbb ér véget a beszélgetés, de most már elmegyünk gyalog. Ó, mennyi ember teleportált be!
Is this the marketplace? It's a far cry from how I remember it. The stores have changed, and so have the vendors. Well, that's to be expected.
It's the Shogun! What is the almighty Shogun doing here?
Isn't the Shogun sick? This is quite sudden.
I appear to have frightened the people.
Well, what did you expect? The almighty Shogun makes an impromptu appearance in town? People are gonna freak out a bit.
Egy kicsit túlreagálják.
Patrolling the streets is the Tenryou Commission's job. The Shogun has a lot of information to process and orders to give out. She doesn't have time to deal with it herself. Additionally, the Shogun has no need of recreation. There would be no need for her to come here just to pass the time or to relax.
So, what do we do now? Should we go away for a while and make a more low-profile return later?
El tudom képzelni bajusszal, meg szemüveggel.
Why? It's not like I'm here to cause trouble. Let's just relax.
It was more the ordinary people that Paimon was worried about. Never mind. This definitely seems like your style, eh?
People still use Mora in commercial transactions, I assume.
Yep, same as ever. Just as shiny and just as hypnotic. Wait a second. Hey, are you saying you don't have any Mora either?
Of course I don't. There is no need for commerce in the plane of Euthymia. If I ever need something, I can simply have one of the commissions bring it to me. Wait, what do you mean, either?
Nem avatjuk be. Hát jó.
People seem to be behaving in a very orderly fashion. I don't see the liveliness you spoke of anywhere.
Lehet, hogy egy kicsit remegnek, meg reszketnek.
What is this stall selling? I don't believe I've ever seen this
Valami
before.
kaját, amit soha nem tudtam tőle megvenni. Akárhányszor akartam vele
What's the
beszélni.
Shogun doing here? What am I supposed to do in this situation? I'm so nervous.
Akkor meg kell várnunk Eit.
Shogun, excuse me.
It's all right. Relax. I'm just here to look around. I'm having a change of pace today. Could you tell me about the items you're selling?
Of course. I've got all kinds of snacks here. Takoyaki, dango, and milk, and so on.
Huh? Milk? Sounds kind of like the odd one out.
It might sound odd, but it is in fact my specialty. You see, many of the stores in town are already very well established. I couldn't compete with them no matter what I sell. So my idea was to create some new combinations to give customers a novel experience. For example, my latest concoction is this dango milk. When the dango are worked into a viscous form, they mix very nicely with the milk. The focus is not just the taste, but also the unique texture.
Elfogyott az ücsim.
Oh, dango with milk. I've never heard of it. What made you want to do this?
I'm sorry, Shogun. I've got no bone to pick with eternity.
I said relax. There's no need to go treading on eggshells. Do you really think the eternity I pursue is something that can be shaken by dango and milk?
Why do I feel like she's different than I expected? Actually, it came to me by chance. A friend was catering once and made too many dango, so they gave some to me. But there were more than I had use for. My milk wasn't selling well at that time either. And both dango and milk have a short shelf life. So I thought I'd try mixing the two as I had nothing to lose. To my surprise, in the right proportion, it tasted superb.
A chance combination. Interesting. May I try this drink?
The almighty Shogun wants to try? Well, certainly. And you two should try it too.
Helyes, helyes.
Nice. It's sweet. The sensation is not so different from eating a dessert. A unique beverage indeed.
Yeah, it's definitely a drink, but it also feels like eating food.
It's a little bit like porridge? But the resemblance is only superficial. Anyway, I like it.
I'm very glad you approve.
I imagine
Tól
that
lehetsz a
an item as
hivatalos
delicious as
beszállítója.
this dango milk must sell exceptionally well, no?
Well, I won't lie to you. Sales are very average.
Huh? So it's selling slowly? Why is that?
Mindjárt teszünk róla, ez lesz a nemzetközi étel.
Because most people aren't willing to give it a try. They think it's an unusual combination, even though everyone who's tried it before rates it highly. I'm not saying the almighty Shogun has unusual tastes. Please, don't take it the wrong way.
Ah, I see. Well, that can be fixed. I'll just have the Yashiro Commission order a few hundred cups and go door-to-door delivering them.
No, almighty Shogun. That's too much.
Is it? I just want them to try it. It would be a shame for them to miss out on Dango milk.
Szereted az édes dolgokat?
Of course. I've heard that most humans like desserts, so it's not unusual that I should enjoy them too. Miko agrees with me on this. There's nothing like dessert for improving one's mood. Much more enjoyable than meditating alone all the time. By the way, Miko mentioned that she founded something called the Yai Publishing House to sell some sort of light novels. She's always bragging to me about it, but it's difficult for me to really imagine without seeing the place for myself. Can you take me there?
Sure! Let's go and have a look!
Most egy picit teleportálunk. Jó, rossz irány.
Shogun! Almighty Shogun! What brings you to the Yai Publishing House? Do you have instructions for us?
No, not at all. Don't be so nervous. I'm just here to look around.
Apologies. I still don't quite understand. Are you here to look into the management? Or publishing regulations? Or fire safety measures?
He just wants to browse your books.
The Almighty Shogun wishes to read light novels?
Yes. Any recommendations?
The Yai Publishing House's novels are mostly targeted at the general public, and the content is all kinds of strange. I'm not sure we have anything quite to the Almighty Shogun's taste.
I'm just here to try something new. There's no fun in reading the same kind of thing over and over again. Relax. It's just words on a page, isn't it? What could I misunderstand, really?
Hát, Jaiénak van egy stílusa.
In principle, you're absolutely right. It's just...
It'll be fine. If there's anything the Shogun doesn't understand, we'll explain it to her.
Shogun csak szeretne vetni egy pillantást.
Okay, then. Please proceed to the bookshelf over there. It has all the latest bestsellers. There are some winning entries from the This Novel is Amazing competition. I've just finished compiling them into a saleable form. Don't take them too seriously. It's all just a bit of fun.
Okay. Let's go then. Huh. How can this be? Did I underestimate the caliber of this material? I know every individual word in these books' titles, so why is it that they make no sense to me in these particular combinations? Take this one, for example. The good thing about being reincarnated as a hilichurl is that I only need to eat sunsettias to become stronger.
Mintha csak egy anime címet olvastál volna fel.
It's so long. Is it true that hilichurls grow stronger from eating sunsettias? Surely it should be some sort of meat, at least.
It's just a narrative device.
Narrative device.
Képzeletbeli.
So it's made up? What's the point of that? Without being grounded in reality, how can the story be believable? Also, I'm fairly certain that hilichurls can't write stories. So, does this author claim to be documenting hilichurl life from an outside perspective, perhaps?
Paimon's starting to understand Kuroda's reservations right about now.
Talán ez túl modern lesz neked ez a műfaj.
How about we choose for you? We can pick out some novels that are easier to understand and give you the scoop.
All right, then. I believe myself to be relatively well-read, but with stories like these, I don't even know where to start. I have high hopes, though. This seems like Miko's style, so I'm sure the stories are very entertaining.
All right, leave it to us. We'll be back in a jiffy.
Jaj, ne, nekem kell választani.
This could be a pretty tough job. Let's see what we're up against.
Hát nem, szerintem nem a reinkarnáció lesz. Legyen egy romantikus történet. Úristen. Tipikus jelmikó, oké. Okay.
The suspense is killing Paimon! Paimon only skimmed through, but Paimon can tell this girl has loved the main character with all her heart since childhood.
Remélem megtalálja a boldogságot.
Yeah! She has so much love to give. She deserves it! The plot is really gripping. But would A really understand this kind of mortal romance?
Ja, hogy el kell olvasnom mindegyiket, oké. Okay.
What a strange person. Why would someone want to be a novelist that badly?
Kifejezés.
Someone like that could easily become the top martial arts pro in the world.
Az egész az utazásról szól.
You do have a point. And a character so determined to follow their ambition is likely to appeal to A, right?
Ja, ez nem hangzik rossz választásnak. Nézzük a reinkarnációt. Ajjaj.
With a premise like this, it's no wonder Kuroda was nervous about letting A look around.
Szerintem ne ezt válasszuk, maradjunk a Liu és
Best not to bring this one up with A.
Az,
It
hogy
might get the author in trouble.
nem fest rossz képet a Shogunról, de azért... Mindegy.
Turned into Paimon and did a bunch of stuff this Paimon would never do. Paimon would feel really uncomfortable.
Ja, egyet tudok
There's
érteni.
all of them. Let's try to explain them to A.
Mind a hármat.
The
Ajjaj.
looks on your faces tell me you found some good stories. Goodness. Are people in Liyue really so complex these days? Even though the protagonist refuses to acknowledge his innate talents, he has a rare dedication to justice. Where is he now? Does he have plans to visit Inazuma? If so, I will instruct one of the commissioners to bring him to me on his arrival. I would very much like to spar with him.
He's a fictional character. He doesn't exist. What about the antagonist, though? Don't you have any thoughts about their part in the story?
The antagonists? You mean all the people who behaved foolishly? What can I say? They're bad people, and they all got what they deserved. End of story.
There you go.
A doesn't seem interested in the supporting characters at all. So what do you think of Yae Publishing House's light novels, eh? Do you like the stories we picked?
What I take from these stories is not so much the content itself, but what they represent in terms of the effects of time upon Inazuma. Back when I decided to isolate myself in the plane of Euthymia, there was no Yae Publishing House, and certainly no stories of this kind. In accordance with my wishes, the Shogun did her best to create an eternal nation. A nation that, in theory, should remain entirely unchanged over time. But the fact is that both the food and the stories have changed with time.
Az emberi természethez tartozik, hogy keressük a változást.
I disagree with your point of view. That's what I would say if we were still in the plane of Euthymia. But the truth is right here in front of my eyes, and I can't deny it.
And that's exactly why we brought you out, to take a look around and get some fresh ideas. Sure, it's not the same as you remember, but one way or another, people are loving life in the present. That's gotta be a good thing, right?
Yes, you're right. I'm wary of any and all change, but I do not wish for my pursuit of eternity to stop human lives from changing
Na,
for
ez
the
a
better.
hozzáállás már tetszik.
Thank you for inviting me out. This trip has been quite eye-opening for me.
Nagyon szívesen.
This may be an everyday occurrence for you, but for me, this trip has been quite an occasion. I've seen a lot, and it's made me think a lot. I really can't praise it highly enough. I hope I will remember it for a long time to come.
Miért nem készítünk akkor egy képet?
Ooh, great idea! A's had a wonderful time, and a photo is the best way to remember it.
Take a photo? Once again, I'm faced with a combination of words that makes absolutely no sense to me.
It's okay. Come with us. We'll find a scenic spot and show you what we mean.
De előbb azt összeszedjük. Közös fotó Raidennel.
So, what are we supposed to be doing?
We're taking a photo of you. Just leave the hard work to us. All you need to do is stand over there and strike a pose. Basically, a photo makes a visual record of you at this very moment in time, so it makes a great souvenir.
Okay, so what exactly is striking a pose?
A fénykép az egy vizuális reprezentáció.
Ah, I see. So in other words, I need to do some sort of visually agreeable action in front of you, right? The more I think about it, the more embarrassing it seems. How should I pose? Help me out here. It should look good, but not too over the top. This isn't coming naturally to me at all.
Keresem a szót, de nem jut eszembe magyarul, megmondom őszintén. Ilyen... Minek mondják? Úristen! Utálom, hogy angolul sokkal hamarabb jutnak eszembe a szavak, mint magyarul. Hogy ilyen nagyságos, ilyen nem tudom... Bazzaj, nem jut eszembe.
I'll try that.
Miért nem jut eszembe? És komolyan le kell szótároznom magamnak angolról, vagy arra egy szót. Jó lesz.
Okay, let's get started.
Let's pick a good angle to record this moment from.
Hát azt hiszem megvan előre határozva. Igazából nem készítek úgy képeket, nem tudom miért kezdtem elmutatni benne. Valamit kíváncsi voltam, hogy mosolyra tudom-e bírni.
Wow. This is astonishing. Is it some kind of magic? It seems to be another copy of me. But she doesn't seem to be able to move or talk.
Ez csak egy felvétel.
I thought it would turn out poorly because I felt rather rigid. But it actually looks more natural.
Graceful, fenséges. Mondjuk. Az egy jó szó rá.
The pose is exactly the same. And so is the scenery in the background. I can't imagine how it's achieved.
Sírba tett volna, ha most nem jut eszembe ez a szó.
That's what makes it so special.
Hang on. I'm still struggling to understand this. I need you to explain it again. So, the one in this photo, are you sure it isn't me? If it's not me, then why does she look exactly like me? And if she is me, then who am I?
Okay, that's way above Paimon's head. Over to you, traveler.
Ez egy kicsit olyan, mint te és a Shogun.
Hey, that's right. Do you think the Shogun counts as you?
Of course I do. It was never my intention to place control of Inazuma into anybody else's hands.
So then, who does that make you, here and now?
Well, I'm still me. There is no doubt about that.
Tehát nem egyszerű a
My
létezésed.
existence. I think I understand. I am me. There is only one of me, but I can exist in many different forms. It's not important what form I exist in. The Shogun, for example, is one of my forms of existence. The question of whether or not she is me is not determined by any of her components.
In that case, this picture is one of your forms of existence too.
So even I, who seeks eternity, am constantly changing my form of existence. Then, how can I ask Inazuma and everyone who lives here to remain unchanging?
Inazuma mindig is Inazuma marad.
Everything I have encountered on this journey with you has been from beyond my existing sphere of knowledge. You've seen a lot of my ignorant side today. Maybe you can't tell, but all this has challenged my understanding of things. Based on what I have seen today, I am forced to accept that Inazuma is a completely different place from the one I remember. But it would be incorrect to conclude from this that the Inazuma of today is no longer Inazuma. Both the Vision Hunt Decree and the statue of the omnipresent God were conceived as a means of bringing about eternity. But if I were really getting closer to eternity, none of this ever would have happened. Perhaps I've been holding on to everything too tightly.
Talán igen.
Sounds to Paimon like Ace figured things out. And that means that we've done a really great job as her guides.
Master Kamaji! Master Kamaji!
Why is it getting so noisy down there? Oh, that sounded like Ippei. What could be the matter?
Ippei? Is that someone from the Tenryou Commission?
Yep, let's find out what's going on.
Nyilván nem zajlik le minden olyan egyszerűen. Ippei.
Hey, Ippei, what's the matter?
Ah, it's you. Huh? The almighty Shogun. You must be looking for my master, Kujo Kamaji? I am very sorry, he's not here at the moment. But if it pleases you, I will gladly deliver a message on your behalf.
It's okay. I'm not here to see him. We just heard you calling out, so we came to see what was going on.
Keresed a mestered?
Yes. Master Kamaji still hasn't returned from the negotiations, and I'm starting to get worried. In fairness, he does have a habit of taking long walks and coming back late. It's perfectly possible that he just found somewhere he likes and lost track of time. But for some reason, today, I'm particularly nervous.
Kujo Kamaji. A descendant of the Kujo clan, I presume.
That's right. Apologies, since the head of the clan is in poor health at the moment, and Master Masahito is rarely home, Master Kamaji is currently serving as representative of the Kujo clan.
I have heard that things are quite tumultuous with the Tenryou Commission at present. Does this have anything to do with Kujo Kamaji?
Forgive us, almighty Shogun. The Kujo clan has failed in its duty. The Kujo clan's reputation is damaged, and its power over the Tenryou Commission is in decline. Plus you have yet to issue a verdict on the Commission's future. So, Master Kamaji decided to enter negotiations with the Takatsukasa clan with a view of having them take over.
Surely they would be discussing something like that at their headquarters, right? Why are you looking for them here?
Actually, they decided to hold this one elsewhere. I'm a little confused as to why, to be honest, but I didn't feel it was my place to question the higher-ups. The meeting place is in the mountains near the Grand Narukami Shrine. I believe the Takatsukasa clan have some kind of base there.
Takatsukasa. Another familiar name. They have been faithfully serving the Kujo clan all these years?
Yes, that's why Master Kamaji decided to discuss things with them. I understand they must have had a lot of ground to cover, but still, there's no way it should have gone on this long. I've searched all over the city. If he really hasn't returned yet, then... I thought of that possibility too. But someone of my rank can't just go venturing into Takatsukasa clan territory like that.
Megnézzük neked mi a helyzet.
No need. I'm probably just overthinking things. Besides, if they're still at it, they'll only blame me for interrupting the negotiations. I'm only a lowly servant. But Master Kamaji and I grew up together. It'd be terrible if anything ever happened to him. I'm not as smart as Master, so I can't really share his burdens. But the last thing I'd want would be for him to come to harm when I could have done something about it.
What do you think, Almighty Shogun?
Let's go see what's happening. With me present, they are unlikely to blame you, even if we do happen to interrupt the negotiations. Besides, this has only come about because I failed to make a timely decision. This issue started with me, and I shall be the one to finish it.
Na, az már eltökéltség.
Thank you so much, Shogun. I'll keep looking around in the meantime, too. Let me mark out the location of the base for you. I hope everything goes smoothly.
Hova megyünk? Ojvé. Ez magasabb helyen van, úgyhogy inkább innen megyünk szerintem. Nincs kedvem mászni. Nincs ott titkos helyen vannak ezek. Nem mondom, hogy barlangba megyünk. Ez kicsit gyanús. Az igen. Az kemény. Jó kis hely egy megbeszélésre.
Whoa! Look at how well hidden this place is.
I can't think of a reason anyone would want to build a structure like this deep in the mountains.
Lehet, hogy el akarják kerülni, hogy
I
felfedezzék.
feel something that doesn't belong here. I sense danger.
Huh?
We should proceed with caution. The Kujo clan descendant may well be in trouble.
És már megy a harci zene. Kaptunk egy ejt. Nocsak, nocsak.
Back at ya! Shine down!
Kicsit alacsonyabb szintre van tervezve.
Something is not right. We must remove all those who stand in our way.
Ow! I'm fine.
Bunkó.
Hey there!
Az igen.
Everybody stand back! There is no escape! Inazuma shines eternal!
Hát ez jó. Azért az a burst az elég szépen sebzett. Vagy, ja, erről jöttünk? Ó. Oh. Téged azért behílelünk. Téged. Neked egész sok életed van. Rám zuhan a plafon.
Shine down! Hey there!
Hogy képzelitek, hogy nem drogoltok sem?
This one's got your name on it.
Ezt jól lábon lőttem.
Coming at you. A proper send-off from the Stina with love.
To the fairy. What a lucky day.
Watch out!
Boom.
Ah!
To the fairy.
Illusion shattered!
Feeling lucky?
Let's get down.
Fire! Well,
Torn to oblivion!
The fairy. Get down to bed.
how's this? Hey there! This one's got your name on it!
The fairy.
Mini boss.
One strike will suffice.
Kikerülni. Ah! Nem fordultam, túlfordultam. Az egy láda. Oké. Hoppá, buri van.
It's Kujo-Kamaji!
Hoztunk nekik egy kis meglepetést.
Almighty Shogun!
Shogun, what are you?
Descendant of the Takatsukasa clan. Explain what is going on here.
Oh, we're just discussing some minor issues that have cropped up in the Tenryou Commission recently. Really, it's nothing worth the almighty Shogun worrying about.
And these minor issues warranted the secluded location and the hiring of Ronin and Kairagi to keep guard?
Well, there's been a lot of turmoil lately. It was just out of security considerations, that's all.
Silence. Descendant of the Kujo clan. Your turn.
All right. I came here intending to negotiate, but it turned out all they were interested in was a written confession from the Kujo clan.
A written confession?
Yes. A statement acknowledging every crime committed by the Kujo clan since the inception of the Vision Hunt Decree, including all the recent misconduct.
All factual statements, of course. Not a single one of them fabricated.
I can't deny that. But it also emphasizes the Takatsukasa clan's achievements throughout the document, claiming they stood steadfast all along and fought back against the crisis. These are all falsehoods.
Says who? Why, you two-faced... You're going back on everything you said.
I'm just stating the facts. I'm sure the almighty Shogun can discern the truth. All the Takatsukasa clan is trying to do is make themselves look good, so they'll be first in line to replace the Kujo clan. Why else would you push a false narrative in the written confession that paints your clan in a good light, and try to make me sign it under duress?
What are you talking about? You're not under duress, we're just negotiating here. You've completely changed your tune.
I believe I now understand the situation.
Don't listen to his nonsense. I'm sure you're well aware of the major failings of the Kujo clan. Surely you, of everyone, knows. Not a single word they say can be trusted.
You are quite mistaken if you think your dispute is of any interest to me. Descendant of the Takatsukasa clan, you wish to become the new Tenryou commissioner. Do I understand this correctly?
Well, yes, of course. It's the eternal pursuit of everyone in the Tenryou Commission to offer our lives in service of the almighty Shogun.
Then the situation is not as complicated as you seem to have made it. After all, I am the one who appoints the Tenryou commissioner. The process is quite simple. Anyone who can beat me in a duel becomes the new commissioner.
Én leszek az új commissioner?
With the almighty Shogun?
The first Tenryou commissioner demonstrated his will with the blade in his hand. That is why the title has been passed down within the Kujo clan ever since. If you want me to appoint a new clan, then naturally, there must first be a new duel. Do you not know how to wield a blade? Or do you simply doubt your abilities on account of your advanced age and declining physical condition?
Ooh, that's cheap.
Here you are talking about offering your life, and yet you are too afraid to face my blade.
Jó, de szúrt Raiden.
Well, never mind. What about one of you then? Anyone who can defeat me, Takatsukasa or not, will be appointed the new Tenryou commissioner. Does not a single person dare to face me?
I will challenge you, Almighty Shogun.
What?
Descendant of the Kujo clan. Regrettably, even if you win against me, it cannot atone for the wrongs committed under the Kujo name.
I realize that. I don't stand a chance of winning against you anyway. I know full well that the mistakes my father made ought to spell the end of the Kujo clan's legacy in the Tenryou Commission. Even when I was executing the Vision Hunt decree, I had doubts about my father's decisions. I knew that what I was doing was wrong, but that was as far as I went. I doubted, and I ruminated. I understood the situation perfectly well, but I took no action, and I didn't save a single person. I accept the Kujo clan's decline as punishment for my deeds. I can't even say that I failed to prevent it, because in order to fail, you have to have at least tried.
To be brutally honest, for someone of your strength, there is nothing you could have done, even if you had tried.
Yes. I'm too weak. My father ignores me. My elder brother can't help me. And I even need Ippei to set me straight at times. It's the way it's always been. But if nothing else, then right here, right now in the Kujo clan's final hours, it is I who represent the clan, like my father before me. His duties are now mine to perform, just as the Shogun said a forefather of mine once showed his will with his sword. Then please, let me, Kujo Kamaji, end the story of the Kujo clan in the same way that it began. This is my last chance to do something.
Mondjuk tetszik az
This
eltökéltsége.
is patently meaningless, but I accept. Come forward.
Uff.
The Kujo clan's honor was forged with courage, tempered with integrity, and shines beyond life and death. Show me whether your blade can bear the weight of your name.
Ready to learn. Almighty Shogun.
Ezért szerintem nem életre alára megy. Kitartás és a makacság megvan benne, ez biztos. Szerintem átment a próbán amúgy. Mivel kizárt dolog, hogy az ő se megverte Raident annó. Feltételezem, jól látta a sarat, vagy nem tudom.
Another anomaly in eternity. Nevertheless, it appears that the Kujo honor still courses through your veins.
Yeah, azért mondom.
Kujo Kamaji is wounded. Descendants of the Takatsukasa clan, it is your responsibility to take care of him. You may not have the courage to challenge me, but I trust that you are capable of attending to a small matter such as this.
Yes, of course. I apologize. I'm sorry. So sorry.
I had heard that the Kujo clan is no longer fit to shoulder the work of the Tenryou Commission. The search for a successor to the role of Tenryou Commissioner is indeed a matter of great urgency. However, following this duel, I have decided to postpone the Kujo clan's punishment for the time being. In the meantime, I expect the Takatsukasa clan to continue supporting the Kujo clan as before.
As you instruct, so it shall be done. We would not dare question the almighty Shogun's will.
Finally, if you still think you can copy the Fatui strategy of providing me with deceptive information to produce flaws in my judgment,
Az a remegés.
you will see me appear once again as I have done today. Only next time, my blade will show no mercy.
Understood. Thank you, almighty Shogun, for your wisdom and mercy.
That will do. I will have the Okuzumeshu continue the investigation from here. Come with me. Let's find a quiet place. There's something I want to talk about with you.
Oké. Nem semmi. Legalább kivívta a Raiden tiszteletét a Kujo clan. Valamilyen formában.
When it's time to deal with the situation, you're just like the Shogun. So strict.
Oh, you think so? I thought I was rather accommodating. If it had been the Shogun, she would have decapitated Kujo Kamaji without a
Ebben
second
biztos
thought.
vagyok. Szerencséje volt szegénynek.
I do believe he was prepared for that outcome. I could see it in his eyes. The Kujo clan has undergone a dramatic change from its glory days to its present decline. Kamaji is hardly a great heir to the Kujo name, but he has shown me how some things remain the same even as the world around them changes. I also have you to thank. The things we experienced out on the streets and the photo you took of me, they helped me come to this realization too.
So what's next for the Kujo clan? Will they get to carry on being in charge of the Tenryu Commission?
Not a chance. Even if their heir was someone who showed promise, their past mistakes cannot be erased.
Egyetértek.
Still, I will give them a little more time. After all, they are not the only ones who have made mistakes. The Shogun does not make mistakes. She is incapable of doing so. But I, as A, would like to offer my apologies. I have much to contemplate in the days to come. But at least, I can now see the way ahead.
Innentől közvetlenül fogod irányítani Inazumát?
I think I'll leave that to the Shogun. The greatest threat to eternity is still the erosion that comes with time. As I said, the Shogun has a robust system to protect her against modification. This is because I anticipated that I myself would change over time. But I've made up my mind. So I will do what needs to be done, no matter how difficult it is. This has certainly been a memorable series of events.
Absolutely.
Örülök, hogy élvezted az utazást velünk.
And the people in the city got to see a happy and healthy Shogun. All the awful rumors will disappear in no time. If you enjoyed your trip, we should get you out again sometime.
Legközelebb szerzünk neked szuveníreket is.
No need. There's no place for such things in my life. Also, please stop making it sound as if I somehow need the company. Okay, I'm ready to head back now. My period of solitude will now continue, but it will not last too much longer. I will leave you humans to deal with any minor issues in the meantime.
Okay, see you next time! Considering a lot of what happened was pretty unexpected, things seem to have worked out surprisingly well in the end. The only thing left to do is return the past permit to Yae Miko.
Yep. Misclick. Miko.
We're back! We had a great trip!
Did you now? Well then, you'll have to tell me all about it.
Legyen. Nélküled nem történt volna meg ez a kis kirándulás amúgy se.
How amusing. The almighty Shogun goes downtown, and suddenly she's like a wide-eyed country girl trying to find her bearings in the big city. Marvelous. What a shame I didn't get to see it for myself.
Ezt csak te mernéd kimondani.
It's fine. She wouldn't mind. Really, she wouldn't. So, from what you were saying, it seems that she has finally begun to comprehend what form eternity should take? that's the most important outcome of this trip. To be honest, I wasn't expecting you'd make such great progress when I lent you the pass permit.
Yeah, it seems like she's not gonna force everything to stay the same way anymore.
To put it nicely, even deities indulge in wishful thinking. To put it more bluntly, there are things that even the Seven can't do when faced with something even more powerful than themselves.
Az emberi szív.
Take a guess. Anyway, it sounds like you had a very pleasant trip and even had the chance to see A's less formal side. Next time you wish to see her, you can come and take the pass permit from me again. She would never admit to it, but she does, in fact, get quite lonely.
What? But she said she doesn't need company.
Because she is a god. It's not that gods don't need the company of others, just that the idea of a god having company seems indulgent to her. But you don't belong to this world. Perhaps you are just the company she needs.
Érdekes nézőpont. Jó, tehát gondolom akkor Raiden második story questjében fogjuk majd megszüntetni a vihart. Feltételezem. Jól van. Picit ráhúztunk 1-5 perccel, de igazából végeztünk mára. Csak begyűjtögetek mindent, ami menet közben van. Aztán kell szednem umamikat valahonnan, mert kikészít. Nincs elég belőle, ezek a giriszták, ezek nagyon ritkák, és nagyon nem találom mostanában őket. De sok van még lent, ez komoly? Hol van 200 láda? Akármelyik teleporthoz megyek, akármelyik irányba megyek, sehol nem látok már ládát. Az kemény. Jó. Egész jó haladtunk, megcsináltuk Inazumát. Haladtunk a kezemben az Arkon Quest-tel, és még belefért Raiden első story questje is. Következő alkalommal World Quest-eket fogunk csinálni. És... ha minden igaz, szerintem Inazumában, mivel ott most még sokkal több elérhető küldetés van, a liuéseket meg majd meglátom, hogy alakul. Én köszönöm szépen, hogy itt voltatok velem és csatlakoztatok erre az izgalmas útra. És remélem, hogy találkozunk legközelebb is. Sziasztok!